All right. We are live. We should be live. Let's see what's happening here. Live up on YouTube. Can you guys hear me? Oh, we got some people who done jumped into the chat. Okay, all right. We got people in the chat room. Hold on, give me 1 second. Doing the behind the scenes. We going live tonight for the Baltimore Ravens taking on the reigning, defending, undisputed NFC champion Los Angeles Rams. All right, they may not be that right now. In fact, they're not even in the wild card, or I should say they're not even in the playoffs right now. But still, we must give respect to what they did last year. So they still are the NFC champions until the end of the season is over. But the Baltimore Ravens look like the best team in the AFC. Can't quite say the NFL thus yet. You know, the 49ers' performance last night have since made people say, hey, wait a minute, 49ers best team in the NFL. And I understand the argument. I would say it's the Ravens. But given last night, I see why there's an argument. Let me know if you can hear me clearly in the chat room. Can you hear me? Put down that 1 in the chat room if you can hear me. Just type that 1. All right. What's going on over here? The funniest thing about the setup is always like the camera's here and I can see the camera. Like I feel as if I'm in a room with all of you guys, although I don't know what all of you guys look like. But I feel like I'm in the room with all of you guys and you're just staring there waiting for me to get started. I'm over here trying to get everything set up for the behind the scenes stuff. But oh wow, I have two things that okay, let me just get rid of this. All right. I'll just do away with this. I don't know why this one is here. It says it's scheduled for that's not good. Okay, so I got 2 streams on my YouTube. I got to get rid of one of them. Can you see me clearly? Somebody wrote a 5 and 6. Who keeps putting all these other numbers? I said type a number 1. People writing Dead Viking put 69. What's the matter with you? Tonight's not the night for a quarterly appointment. I mean, you can after the game or before the game, actually. We got some time until the game starts, so if you got to go and get busy, you go and do that. That's your prerogative. But we ain't saying put 69 in the chat. What's the matter with you? You're nasty. I see 4, 5, some 2s. I'm surprised I didn't see somebody put 86. Somebody put over 9,000. What's the problem with you, Top Freck? What's going on? Somebody put perfect 10, Sean Spears. I mean, before it was Ty Dillinger. That was one of my guys. I thought he was going to headline WrestleMania, 37. He had a lot of potential. That's not what happened. Okay, people can hear me clearly. A lot of people saying the 49ers. I would agree with you. I still got, barring the end of this game, I guess that would determine it, depending on the Ravens' performance. Because even if the Ravens win in a tight one, I still would kind of lean more towards San Francisco and say they're the best team in the NFL. Granted, they lost to Seattle, but that was a very tough game. And people got knocked out of that game for San Francisco. I mean, granted, for Seattle, you did end up losing Tyler Lockett before the game was over, too. So we can't make any arguments about injuries. But still, you can't deny how good, San Francisco is playing. But the Ravens, the past couple of weeks, can you really? Somebody said 0-11. What are you talking about, the Bengals? Well, the Bengals are undisputedly the worst team in the NFL. We can agree on that. God damn it, Dominic put 86 on it. We're going live on Hot Mic at 8:10. But do me a favor, download the Hot Mic app. You see in the comment section, or I should say in the description, I have the links there for Hot Mic. If you got an iPhone, download the app. It is completely free. Utilize the promo code Adonis. It is only on iOS, only on the App Store right now, only for the iPhone. However, in 3 weeks' time, or maybe 4, maybe a month, I'm not too sure what the timeline is, but we will have it in the Play Store for us Android superior users. It's coming. Things take time. You can't just go out there. The Lord created the world in 7 days, so they say. The app is coming on the 7th day. Now, granted, 7 days from now would be next Monday, but we ain't talking about that right now. Nobody has no damn, blueprint on how long the day is supposed to last. In the world of developing apps, a day is a week. So, in 7 weeks, I think I kind of overshot where I was going with this. Whatever the case may be, it's coming to the Android soon. My voice is cracking. You'd have thought I was Billy Burr. All right. Somebody said the New England Patriots are the best. You know, although they do have, the best record in the league, I can't necessarily give it to the Patriots. They've been playing somewhat sloppy offensively. Defensively, they're still playing at a very good level, but they're there. I mean, to say you're number 2 team or number 3 team in the league is no slight because it's a very tight race. In the NFC, I would say it's either 49ers, and then you would have to look at New Orleans or Seattle. But the distance between the 49ers and Seattle is not too far because Seattle is all Russell Wilson. So if he fails to, perform, then it's pretty much clipped for them. But for the Saints, they're orchestrating on as a well-oiled machine. But in the AFC, there's no denying Baltimore's the best team there. So, somebody said without the refs, they ain't nada. I can't necessarily say that. Somebody said do college football highlight commentary. There's too many college football games. There's far too many. There's a lot of those. But I was thinking somebody said, hey, you should do teams that are in the top 25. But still, that's 25 different teams, and most likely 20 plus games because they're not always going to play against each other. And I got things I'm trying to do, Chief. So I don't know if I'm be able to get at all of those. Let's see. But like I said, going live on Hot Mic at 8:10. The game is set to kick off at probably maybe about like 8:12. I think the game most likely will kick off. So stay tuned for that. I actually have a review on Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. I'm gonna try to get that posted by 7:55. So matter of fact, I should go and make sure it is posting as we speak. That is what I should be doing. But yeah, just wanted to get the stream going and everything. I should be back in 28 minutes. 8:10, I will return here as we're going live on Hot Mic as well. So until then, I would say I'll be back right after these messages, but messages that last 28 minutes, that's a lot of messages. So talk amongst yourselves or just wait until I come back. But around 8:07, you can come piling in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come tune into the stream where we're going to do some live commentary on the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Tonight will be a good game, and more importantly, I am on my P's and Q's. I've been laughing all day. So if you were looking for some jokes, you fixing to get some jokes tonight because I am in the zone. But yeah, I will be back in 27 minutes. I'll see you shortly. Well, not really short. After an episode of Seinfeld. Go watch an episode of Seinfeld and then return. Or watch the latest Chiseled Adonis commentary. It should take care of somewhat of the duration, given the ads that YouTube's going to put on the video. So go watch the latest 2019 NFL Week 12 game highlight commentary and then return back to the live stream. And we will kick off our coverage of Monday Night Football. Now I'll be right back. We are back. I would hope that you went and tuned in to the. Oh, am I blurry? Make sure I get a little bit more clear. Let me get closer to the goddamn camera. Am I still blurry? I'm still blurry. What's going on over here? Fix the resolution, goddammit. All right. Here we go. Whew. 94 people in the room. Game will be starting momentarily. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live on Hot Mic. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. All right. Should be back on the live. I should be back on live. I'm not seeing myself. All right. And we're getting all ready to start here. The game is getting ready to kick off between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. I am your commentator for tonight, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, and we are live in Hold My Nugget Studios, live on the Hot Mic app for your 2019 NFL Week 12 Monday Night Football game highlight commentary in a conference battle where the leaders of last year in the NFC take on the leaders, well, not really because they're in second place, of the AFC in a Ravens versus Rams matchup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already and you have an Apple iPhone, do me a favor, download the Hot Mic app and download it. Utilize the promo code Adonis. It's absolutely free. Nobody has to go to you and wonder why you use your mother's or your father's or your brother's or your sister's or your grandfather's credit card. Oh no, you just use that promo code Adonis. You swipe up on my Instagram story, or you click on the link that I just put here in the chat room. Download the app, use the promo code Adonis, listen to me live over there, and you can mute your television so way you don't have to listen to Booger McFarland and whoever the hell else is doing the color commentary with them. Who even is that guy? Nobody has a clue. They thought they would get rid of Jason Wynn. He's coming back to play for them boys. Maybe our commentating crew can still work. They haven't been good since Gruden stopped grinding and went on to Oakland. So the bottom line is you mute your television, you put on the Chiseled Adonis, you listen to who you want to listen to, and you can enjoy Monday Night Football. We got 116 in the room on YouTube, and we're also live on Hot Mic. Like I said, feel free to communicate with me in the comment section, also in Twitter, or I should say on Twitter, not in Twitter. But yeah, tune in over there as well. Going live shortly, at least on television. We're going to go live shortly. It should be up momentarily. All right, as we have moving thing. I think they're doing the intro as we speak. Yes, it is. All right, but since the game is yet to start, now is your opportunity. Give your pre-game picks. Who do you think is going to win? Baltimore Ravens, Los Angeles Rams. I am rolling with the Ravens to win this game. However, the Rams can put up a fight, but it's just their offensive woes has continued to struggle, and Baltimore can run the football, and I expect them to do that well. The Rams offense, as I mentioned earlier, they continue to struggle. I'm not sure how they're going to fare against this Baltimore defense, but for Baltimore, this is a West Coast trip. Coming all the way to the West Coast, who knows if the jet lag may linger on them, if it looks as if they didn't get off the bus in the first quarter. Whatever the case may be, I'm rolling with the Ravens to win this game. I think off the toe of Justin Tucker or about a touchdown spread. I don't expect this to be one of those games in which it's a 2-touchdown spread. My phone's ringing. Why? Because the Pittsburgh Steelers fans are calling and say, how could you pick Baltimore? You're not supposed to pick Baltimore. They're an AFC North rival. You're supposed to cheer against them. Well, I'm a football fan first, then a Pittsburgh Steelers fan second. So you got to go with what you love. You got to go with what you feel in your soul. And what I'm feeling is a Baltimore Ravens victory. And they're live and kicking it it off the toes of Justin Tucker through the end zone for a touchback. Los Angeles is going to come out 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Starting at quarterback for the Rams, once again, the same man who has started for the past 3 years. Jared, I look like Ryan Gosling Goff. Taking over for the Los Angeles Rams. Or I shouldn't really say taking over since he had the job for 3 years. This man signed the richest quarterback, he signed the richest quarterback contract in history with 110 guaranteed, which is something unprecedented in the NFL. Nobody's ever seen that happen before. So a ton of money in his pocket, but can he turn that into wins? Opening handoff goes to the Rams and Todd Gurley, and it gets nothing. A gain of 1. The Dreadlock Powers was not there yet to, aid them in picking up a first down. And as we go through the entire the stream, let me know if you can hear me clearly, if I'm too loud, if I'm too silent. Just let me know. I'll adjust it as we go. Second and 9 from the 26-yard line for the Los Angeles Rams. Can the Toroses go out there and get into the end zone? We'll find out momentarily, but granted, they've only moved 1 yard. Here we go. It's a jet sweep to the returning Brandon Cooks. Does he go anywhere? Absolutely not. Gain of nothing. Tackled by who? Former Ram, Marcus Peters. This man is fired up. Let's take one look at the Rams offense on the offensive line. Leading that offensive line, Andrew Whitworth on the left tackle. And they have 2 rookies starting at right tackle and right guard. So this is going to be interesting moving forward. But 3rd and long for the Los Angeles Rams. And again, like I said, I'm a bit weary about their offense. I'm not sure how things will transpire for them, but one can only hope that the Rams can move the football. And on their 3rd down play, they cannot. The pass being thrown to Cooper, 2 girls, 1 cup, but the pass incomplete. McVay wants a flag. Goff wants a flag. Cup looks perplexed. There is no flag. No laundry on the field. Nobody's throwing flags that look like the Rams jerseys. It's incomplete. They're going to be forced to punt 3 and out for the Baltimore Ravens defense. Sensational job. They covered. They stopped the run. This is what you want to see. Aaron Sherwood puts $4.99 on it. Says, Nick Folk, I would rather get penetrated from behind by one of the Titans from Attack on Titan than have you as my kicker. He didn't really say to put your motherfucking head back down, but I'll say that for Nick Folk. Nobody wants to see Nick Folk out here kicking. The punt going back to the Ravens, fielded at the 25. A couple of Rams would miss. It's returned, greatly returned, I might add, to the 46-yard line, gain of 21, and coming to the field, discount Michael Vick, as it's Lamar Jackson taken over for the Baltimore Ravens. Had I told you 2 years ago that Flacco would be replaced, a lot of people would say yes. Other people would say, no way, man, he's a Super Bowl MVP. But where is he at right now? On the bench in Denver. And who's leading the Baltimore Ravens offense? The man who is possibly the front runner for MVP right now, in Lamar Jackson. 1st and 10, once again from the 46-yard line. The Ravens coming out. You got Mark, fuck out of here, Adrian Peterson getting the hand off Ingram. He'd pick up 10 and roll for a Baltimore Ravens first down. Now, I don't know if they're going to mark him at the marker. They should mark him where he landed rather than where the contact done happen. I felt as if I just caught a stutter. But Mark Ingram on the season, 667 rushing yards, 162 receiving yards, and 10 touchdowns. A very stellar season for him. I can guarantee you this. He gets over 1,000 yards, he's going to the Pro Bowl. He will be headed to the Pro Bowl. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line of the Los Angeles Rams. Yet another handoff to Mark Ingram. He'd pick up 3 or possibly 4, depending on where the referees decide to spot it. I believe they're only going to give him 3, but 13 yards on the first, series for Mark Ingram. And it seems all positive for the Rams. Or I should say, for the Ravens, I should say. Percy Femer says should have started Ingram on their fantasy team. Well, it's too early to say that. Who's to say the next 3 times he carries, he doesn't fumble every single time? Nobody knows. You can only find out when the future happens. And it will be happening momentarily on 2nd and 6. Handoff to Gus Edwards. No, it's a play action fake. Genjutsu. Not even a play action. It was a fake for Lamar Jackson to run himself, and he runs it to the 25, picking up yet another Baltimore Ravens first down. Did they ever try to pass the ball? Not at all. Look what happens to Clay Matthews. Look at his eyes. He completely disregarded the fact that Lamar Jackson could possibly have the football. He said, Gus Edwards, I'm going to stop you today. I'm going to get a tackle for the loss. But absolutely not. That's not what happened, sunshine. That's not what happened, Goldilocks. You done tackled the wrong man, and Lamar Jackson picked up a first down. 1st and 10 from the 25. They are already in Justin Tucker field goal range. I was going to say ticker, like this is some sort of clock. And good Lord Almighty, Lamar Jackson just got rocked. He just got rocked at the 20, but he got up like a champ. He doesn't feel that. The first quarter scoring this season, the Baltimore Ravens have scored 85 points. They've only allowed 24. That's a plus 61 margin. The second in the NFL. What does that mean? You don't score on them, they will score on you. So what's that mean for the Rams? Well, they're going to score on you. You're not going to score on them. Bottom line. Here we go, 2nd and 4. Apparently they must have marked him at it's in between the 20 and the 19, but it's another handoff to Mark Ingram. He's picking up more positive yards, and he's going to set up 3rd and inches. Somebody get the ruler out. Don't let the people with the micro penises in, because at this point, that's how much further it has to go until the Ravens pick up a first down. This got sexual really quick. But on defense, all right, they're introducing the Rams defenders who aren't really doing too much right now. You got the back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year in Aaron Donald. Can he make a play for 74-year-old Wade Phillips? All right, this is 42nd season in the NFL. My father is 63 right now. I mean, he was 20 at the time that Wade Phillips done got hired. It's ridiculous. Gus Edwards picks up the first down for the Ravens. They haven't had a single play in which they haven't had positive yardage. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the Hot Mic app as well as YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you have an iPhone, do me a favor, look at the chat room right now. I'm putting the links there to click. You utilize the promo code Adonis. You go over to the Hot Mic app. It's invite only. You use the Adonis promo code. You listen to me live there, because on YouTube it's a bit of a 45-second, 1-minute delay. If you want to get it in real time, watch me on the Hot Mic app. Feel free to tweet me. Feel free to comment in the chat room. We will continue in dialogue between all of us. I will be getting to the tweets as we finish this first drive for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson finally passing the ball. He turns on some MNF. Say goodbye to Hollywood. But he only picked up 4 yards. Still positive yardage nonetheless. A lot of people say, well, he didn't get the first down. He didn't get the touchdown. This pass was a failure. I beg to differ, because slow progress is still progress nonetheless. Look at Aaron Donald wishing that he got some manicures early. He shouldn't have been biting his nails. A ball went right over his fingertips. If he let the nails grow like an elder Jamaican, you know, when they out there, they making their jerk chicken, for some apparent reason, their pinky nails always like the length of somebody's, appendage. But whatever the case may be, had Aaron Donald not cut his fingers, he could have batted that ball down. But that's not how the cookie crumbles. 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Lamar Jackson throws it out of bounds, but there's some laundry on the field. Apparently, there could have been either a false start, an encroachment, or a legal shift. We're going to find out as the Zebras are beginning to deliberate. Craig Rolstadt, is that how it's pronounced? Whatever the case may be, all I know is it's getting denied from the other side of the field. And here comes the call. Illegal shift, offense. Number 11, intriguing. And it's going to repeat 2nd down. They're going to take the yardage. Caesar Augustus says, hey, Chiseled, love you, man. Cheers. Well, love you too, brother. Love you too. Here we go, 2nd and 10. From what should be the 13-yard line, possibly the 12. No, it's going to be from the 12 most likely. Let's see where it's from. It is from the 12-yard line for Lamar Jackson. Or I should say Lamar No Odom Jackson. Give me your ankles, Jackson. Hand off to Mark Fucking Adrian Peterson. He picks up what appears to be about 6 yards on the carry. Or maybe 5. I think they're going to spot him at the 6-yard line. The referee tells Joseph Day, get out of here. Go back to your huddle. Mark Ingram stands up with that beautiful, dark visor. Let me tell you something. When I used to play high school football, I wore a visor for one season. In that season, I only gave up 5 catches. But of those 5 catches, 4 were touchdowns and 1 was a 50-yard play. So, needless to say, dark visors don't work for me. All right, but we ain't talking about that right now. For a 3rd and 4 for the Baltimore Ravens from the 6-yard line. In motion goes Mark Andrews. Lamar Action Jackson takes the snap, finds Hollywood in the end zone. Touchdown, Marquise Brown. They're stomping all over the floor. Good Lord, look at those leg movements. That is the movement of somebody who's never tore their ACL, and nobody wants to tear their ACL. Sensational drive for the Ravens. Went down the field on their opening drive and picked up a touchdown for Lamar Jackson once again. And what they do, they turned on that MNF. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. They got a touchdown, 6 points on the field. Justin Tucker automatic puts it through the uprights. We've got a 7-0 lead with 7:47 left to play in the first quarter. For the Baltimore Ravens, Los Angeles is not looking too good right now. And as I said, the Baltimore Ravens have a plus 61 margin in the first quarter this season, where we've seen them score 85 points, which is now 92 points. And they've only squandered 24 points on the season in the first quarter thus far. This does not look good for the Los Angeles Rams. All right. And we will be, no. We're at the commercial break right now. We're just going to wait to see what transpires moving forward. But let's take a look at what's going on in the chat room. I'm seeing a bunch of people saying that Aaron Donald is sick. Indeed, he is. Not feeling too good by himself right now. A lot of things transpiring on the field where we did not see the Rams defense get a stop whatsoever. I'm getting somebody is telling me that on hot mic it is down. All right, we will be working on that, getting that back up. All right, give me 1 second. I'll get hot mic back up, but we're still up on YouTube, I believe. Give me 1 second. We'll be back up. But what did you guys think of that first drive for the Baltimore Ravens? I'll be back in 1 minute. All right, we're coming back from commercial where Justin Tucker is getting ready to kick the ball back off to the Los Angeles Rams to get their second drive going. Once again, another kick, another touchback for the Baltimore Ravens. One more look at the touchdown pass. Take a look at the safety and the linebacker for the Los Angeles Rams. Look how they both end up passing right by Hollywood Brown. He runs right past him. I'm not sure what the coverage was over there. I'm not sure if somebody was supposed to bump him. Well, given the down and distance, that wouldn't be a good idea. That'd be illegal touching down the field. That's not what you want to get, an automatic first down. But the Ravens on 9 plays, 55 yards, 5 minutes and 48 seconds led to a touchdown. Opening play for the second drive. Pass from Jared. I look like Ryan Gosling. Golf turns on the N64. The Ravens would get lost in the woods for a 5-yard gain from Robert Woods. In the YouTube chat room, we got Ultra Instinct put $4.99 on it. Said, what's good, Goat Adonis? Yesterday was rough loss for them Eagles. Shake my head. It was a rough loss for the Eagles. Nothing seemed to go right, but I'll tell you right now, nothing's going right for the Rams either, as Jimmy Smith would find his way into the backfield and sack Jared Goff. No production offensively. You just picked up 6. You just lost 6. The play action did not even go in the right direction. It appeared that Todd Gurley saw that there was a free blitzer, that being Marcus Peters, so he went immediately to go try to stop that blitz, only to result in, Jared Goff getting sacked from the other side. Good Lord, what is going on? The Ravens defense has blitzed on 51% of pass plays this season. So, needless to say, if you're going to pass, they're going to blitz. Hand off to Todd Gurley. He picks up about 1 yard short of the first down marker, but there's a flag on the play. One would hope that it is encroachment. It might be a legal shift. It might just be an illegal shift. There it is. The illegal shift on the offense. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back illegal shifts. At least one for the Ravens and the other, for the other one being for the Rams. But right now, the Rams sitting at 3rd and 18. That's not where they want to be, and given the history of the Ravens this season, they're going to blitz. They only bring 4, dump off to Cooper, 2 girls, 1 cup. He's got a couple of blockers, but not enough to pick up the first down. As Jimmy Smith breaks up, the run altogether, they would only get to the 22-yard line. They're going to be forced to punt back to the Ravens, who are firing on all cylinders. They're looking out here like purple people eaters, and that's the old Vikings team from the 70s with Jim Marshall running the wrong way. 4th and 12, Hecker can throw, but will he throw? I would highly doubt it. The returner, the old DeAnthony Thomas for the Baltimore Ravens, so they've got a little man back there to take the ball for them. Danica Shuck says, what is an illegal shift? That is when somebody goes in motion, but they're not necessarily set. And there goes Thomas. He returns it to the 38 or 39-yard line. And we're going back to commercial break. I will return in about 8 seconds. Just got to unplug my mic and replug my mic in. See. All right. And if you have not already tuned into the commentary for this past, Sunday game, I did cover what transpired with, every game on Sunday, or I should say the Sunday night commentary. So that was already up. Okay, there's no audio. You're not hearing me? All right, let me see. You're hearing me? Okay. You're hearing me clear. Typo 1 if you can hear me clearly. Good Lord, my skin looks sensational. All right. All right. Typo 1 if you can hear me clearly. Let me take one look at what's happening on Twitter. Hey, Twitter world. All right. All right, we're getting a ton of ones. That would mean that everything is better now. This is good to hear. Remember the last time we saw the Rams on Monday Night Football last year, this late in the season? We saw an instant classic 54-51 final between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. A lot of people considered this game the game of the year, called this what should have been the Super Bowl. It was a very exciting game. Unfortunately for me, I could not catch it live when it happened because I had to go to Marv Glover's birthday celebration. But I watched it in its entirety the following morning, and I must say I was blown away. One of the great things when you have friends or people who respect the fact that I don't like having things spoiled. Nobody told me what happened in the game. The only thing I knew was the final score. So when I watched it in its entirety, I enjoyed it from start to finish. I should say, next drive for the Baltimore Ravens, hand off to Mark Ingram. He picks up about 20 on the run. Man refuses to go down. I'm telling you right now, Pro Bowler, is he the leading rusher in the AFC? I'm not sure. Cannot recall. All I know is this man who looks like he's been dipped in some sort of purple rain inspired by Prince picks up yet another first down. Look at the cleats. They got a little bit of gold numbers, so he made sure he had a little bit of a gold touch on the cleats. He told the equipment manager, make sure I'm matching tonight. Rams defense looking absolutely perplexed. From the 38-yard line, from the 42-yard line, because they're in the Rams territory. Handoff to Gus Edwards, picks up a first down for the Baltimore Ravens once again. This Rams defense could not stop a soul whatsoever. Let me tell you something right now. The Rams find a way to get pulled over for running stop signs because they don't know how to stop anything. They couldn't stop a vehicle. They couldn't stop time. If they were running with Dio from JoJo Bizarre Adventure. It's ridiculous what's going on right now. They can't stop anybody. Aaron Donald got those 2 Defensive Player of the Years for no doggone reason. More positive yardage, a 3-yard gain for the Baltimore Ravens. And this is looking like you might as well get those condoms ready because it might just be necrophilia. Take a look at that offense for the Ravens. 225 pass yards per game, but 203 rush yards on the games. No team in NFL history has ever finished with a 200 average. More importantly, nobody's averaged 200 yards on the game, per game, I should say, since, what was it, the 77 Falcons? So whatever the case may be, somebody has better tell defenses to stop the Baltimore Ravens from running the football because that is their bread and butter. Play action fake for Lamar Jackson. The pocket is breaking down. He's going to be sacked. Finally, the Rams do something, and they finally, I think this is the first play in which they haven't, squandered positive yardage. They've done something. The Ravens have been stopped, but it's on second down. There's still a third down. Guys are celebrating in the Coliseum. You shouldn't, because Baltimore has another opportunity. More importantly, he was tackled at the 36, 37-yard line. Justin Tucker can boot it from 87. It doesn't matter. You can squander 3 points, but giving up 3 is much better than giving up 7. A bunch of people waving, yellow towels in the air. You would have thought it was Pittsburgh. Not really, because there's no Myron Cope. Somebody who's a Steeler fan, let me know. But there's no terrible tower in the air. But the Rams were able to get a stop, and they stopped Ingram short. He's participating in the Frank Costanza challenge because he stopped short. Doesn't pick up the first down. John Harbaugh says, get Tucker in there. And he's singing, opera, goes in to kick the field goal for the Baltimore Ravens. No, he doesn't, because they're going to go for it. They're 10 for 14 on 4th down. Tied for the most conversions in the NFL. He tells the opera singer to stay on the sideline, and Lamar Jackson picks up the first down. Holy Toledo, I thought they were sending out the kicker, but he was too busy somewhere in the locker room taking a piss. I haven't seen Justin Tucker show up on the stream. He's singing opera songs. Ave Maria. And he was too busy singing at the urinal, so John Harbaugh says he's not here. Let's keep Lamar Jackson out there, and he picks up the first down for the Baltimore Ravens. But they've got an offensive lineman on the ground. This ain't what you want to see. It's Myron Cope. Thank you very much. It's Myron Cope. That's who it was. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I can't be getting that wrong. But my mind went blank. And Jordan White is in the building, and he continually says, hey, in the chat room. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the Hot Mic app. Utilize the promo code Adonis. Click that link right there if you have an iPhone, because the app is only on the iPhone right now, exclusively for iOS on the App Store. Download the Hot Mic app. Use the promo code Adonis. It's invite only. And listen to me live. Sync it to your television. I believe we are back up on Hot Mic as we speak. So coming in about a month, or I should say 3 weeks' time, we should have the app for us Android users. I have a Galaxy Note 9, so unfortunately I don't have the app myself, but I use the Chiseled Adonis phone on his iPhone, and then I'll tune in on Hot Mic over there as well. We are number one. Hold My Nugget Studios is number one on the Hot Mic app. Let's keep it that way. Why? Because we're trying to be like what Ninja was to Twitch, what PewDiePie was to YouTube, what King Batch was to Vine. All right? What Riley Reid and Mia Khalifa was to Pornhub. We're trying to be number one through and through, replacing Booger McFarlane. You know how many people have hit me up talking about, dude, man, you should be a professional commentator. Here's your opportunity. Hear the Chiseled Adonis live, all right, in living color. I was going to use the CM Punk joke right now, but my mind went blank instead of saying cult of personality. I didn't figure out a way to make that work in the 4 seconds in which I was getting there. But regardless, all right, you don't got to listen to Booger McFarlane. You don't got to listen to whoever the hell he's got alongside him. You can listen to the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, where we see the Baltimore Ravens with a 7-0 lead driving into the Kokino zone early in the first quarter. Good Lord, let's take one look at what's transpiring on Twitter. All right, Lamar Goat says, I'm about to change your life. Download a app called Hot Mic, into the promo code Adonis, and watch the game with the best commentator in the world while having it synced on your YouTube TV. I appreciate you, Lamar Goat. Chris Ketchum, are you related to Ask Ketchum? He says Pro Bowl voting, and I'm bummed that Cody Parkey isn't eligible. Do not disrespect the Pro Bowl like that. Oh, there was an individual who was carted off of the field. What just happened? Let's take a look. Oh, it's their center. It's their center. What happened? Oh, no. Oh, that might just be oh, it's a broken leg. Oh, that looks like it could be a broken leg. That's not what you want to see. Oh, no, that's not good for Baltimore at all. That's not good for Baltimore at all. They've got a backup center in there, but hell, you're in the NFL. It's next man up. You don't got a choice. You got to step up now. Prayers up to the injured player for the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, looking into the end zone. He turns on MNF once again. Adversity strikes, and the Ravens find a way to bounce back because they just turned on their MNF. What they saying? Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Touchdown, Baltimore once again. Evidently, the Rams may play in California, but they're boycotting L.A. and Hollywood because they cannot stop this man. Good Lord, nobody's trying to cover him. You couldn't cover Hollywood Brown if he was a twin-size bed with a damn king-size mattress comforter. It makes no sense. Justin Tucker with a very odd-looking kick. Kicks it through the uprights and it's good. I feel as if he may have slipped. Whatever the case is, Baltimore's up 14-0 with 1:31 left to play in the first quarter, and the Rams have not even gotten off the bus. Hell, they playing a home game. They haven't even left their house. Ridiculous. The Rams have not come to play whatsoever. They are not who we thought they were last year. Back to Twitter we go. Moody Booty, who is always live on Twitter. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Hot Mic coming in clutch tonight for this game. All the Ram fans out there will be able to cope with the drinking and the Chiseled Adonis. Somebody sent me a photo of Nick Folk. Iron Soul Reaper. Damn it, don't send me photos of Nick Folk. Bitter Samurai says, I believe the Ravens are going to win. Well, that's the right decision given how they're playing right now. I said it might be off the toe of Justin Tucker or, a touchdown spread, but it's looking like it could be the Jeffrey Dahmer necrophilia challenge. It's looking like it could be the Ted Bundy necrophilia challenge because it appears that the Rams they're on their verge of being dead. All right, somehow they're bleeding out. And it's only a matter of time before they end up getting penetrated because I think they're 2 strokes in right now with the way they're playing. And the Rams trotting back onto the field for their third drive of the game. Can they capitalize and do something? How is it that Hollywood Brown was this open? He was this open on a professional defense. 1st and 10. Trips to the left. Brandon Cooks in motion. Hand off to Todd. I'm heterosexual. I like girlies. He picks up probably is 1 yard, but there's a flag on the play. Laundry on the field. Somebody threw a Rams jersey on the floor and said penalty. Let's see what the refs have to say. The terrible refs at that. There's a holding, what looks to be on the defense. John Harbaugh looks extremely perplexed. He says there's a run. It's on us. Well, there's a flag. It's on us, but it's a running play. Yes, John Harbaugh, they can be holding on the defense when running the football. It appears that it's on Domata Peko. And look at that hair. Somebody get him a Head and Shoulders commercial. Well, then again, Troy Polamalu is still alive, and he's eligible for the 2020 Hall of Fame. And I expect this man to be first ballot. Why? Because he's Troy Polamalu, goddammit. Hand off. Play action fake, it actually is. To Todd, I'm heterosexual, I like girlies. Heads to the outside. Tries to make another or I should say, another Baltimore Ravens miss. He does not. Marcus Peters takes him to the ground, along with the help of another defender, setting up 2nd and 6. From the 36-yard line. No huddle. Jared Goff looking right. He'd connect with Josh Reynolds. The clock is still moving, but he's out at about 1 yard shy. No, they're going to mark him forward progress exactly at the marker, picking up a Rams first down with 25 seconds left to play. They're most likely going to go to the second quarter. They're just going to stand in the huddle, look at each other, probably breathe, inhale, exhale. Say, hey, what you going to do after the game? Well, I'm trying to get a win. You sure? I heard your girlfriend was in town. She's always in town. She lives here. Oh, I forgot about that. We getting our asses whipped, man. We got to play better. 1st and 10, 4 seconds left to play. I don't know why the Rams got into formation to even go and line up. You know damn well you're going to the end of the first quarter. There's no purpose of staying here. And at the end of one, we're sitting at 14-0 in favor of the Baltimore Ravens. The Rams have done nada. They've done zilch. They've done nothing at all in the first quarter. 2 Baltimore drives, 2 Baltimore touchdowns. Aaron Sherwood puts $4.99 on it. So far, the Rams look like they don't belong in the same state as the Ravens, let alone the same field. You are absolutely correct, brother. The Rams have not shown up whatsoever. They did not come to this side of the millennium. They're still partying and celebrating off the, what was it, Mike Lewis? Who made the tackle on Kevin Dyson in 1999 in the Super Bowl? Well, then again, the game was played in 2000. Whatever the case may be, it looks like the Rams not even playing football at all. They didn't come at all. Nobody plugged their controller in. They're playing Madden 99 on a PlayStation 6. You know why? Because that doesn't exist. That doesn't happen. The Rams doing things that don't exist defensively. Hence why they keep getting defeated. They can't stop nobody. They could not stop anybody. The Rams would make the worst police officers on highway patrol because everybody's going to be speeding. They never stopping anybody. Nobody respects you, Los Angeles, defensively. Nobody. Aaron Donald got all the respect in the world individually, but as a unit, it doesn't exist. Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. That's who made the damn tackle in the early 2000s to kick off, the new millennium. Back to what's happening on Twitter. Seamus Waters says, which broadcasting team would you rather hear Monday night or Thursday night? I'll tell you this much. I'd rather listen to the Chiseled Adonis live on the Hot Mic app. Utilize the promo code Adonis. The app is absolutely free. Click that link if you're watching on YouTube. Click that link that I posted on my Twitter feed as well. Also on Instagram. Just swipe up and tune in over there. See what I did there? That's who you should be listening to, Seamus. That's who you should be listening to. Joseph Menninghall says, this is the funniest man in Brooklyn right now. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Moody Booty says, I'd rather hear Jerry Lawler instead of any of them. As a matter of fact, is Jerry Lawler himself on Raw right now? I believe he is. Usually I would watch Raw and go back and forth, but this ain't the night to do it. All right, Stephen Oaks says, what about the Ted Bundy / Dahmer Ted Bundy / Jeffrey Dahmer challenge the 49ers gave the Packers. Oh, I will be talking about that tomorrow at 5. Mike Thomas for MVP, says Gap Tooth Assassin. Well, that is that's somebody who you can make the argument is the MVP. And we're back in the second quarter. Hand off to Todd. I'm heterosexual. I like girlies. He picks up 15. He is upset. He's starting to activate his dreadlock powers, and the Rams have a first down. Could this be momentum that they're going to need to move forward? We can only find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball. No, it's not Dragon Ball Z. We're watching the game as it goes. That'd be foolish to say it's Dragon Ball Z. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Jared Goff handoff once again to Todd. I'm heterosexual. I like girlies. He picks up 2 yards. And now the Rams look as if they're getting positive yardage with every snap they're taking. This is what you want to see. Virtual Clone says, when is the next Unchiseled Adonis video coming out? You know what's funny? I was supposed to make one last week, but apparently the Unchiseled Adonis and my, schedules are not lining up well. All right, but I do have one that's already, set to be done. There's just one thing that had to be edited in there so I could post it. I'm not sure what's taking so long. Perhaps I'm procrastinating. 2nd and 8. Jared, I look like Ryan Gosling Goff going into the end zone, but the pass comes up a little bit short, and it was incomplete too. Brandon, my mom always cooks. Setting up 3rd and 8. Marlon Humphrey in coverage for the Baltimore Ravens. One look at the replay here. They're moving stride for stride. You know what? There was some contact, but that's not enough for pass interference. Humphrey was not really looking at the football, but then again, Brandon Cooks could have made a play on the ball. That's just very good defense, aside from, him turning his head around and getting his eyes on the football. Here we go. 3rd and 8 from the 41-yard line for Jared Goff. He's got trips towards his right, but there appears to possibly be a timeout on the field. Timeout, Sean McVay saying, hey, wait a minute now. We know that they're going to blitz. Do we have the right protection, guys? And back to Twitter world we go. Hoodies A says, Todd Gurley's just not the same player anymore. It's sad to see. Well, his knees, he's got those tendonitis. Moody Booty says, are you thinking about doing any retro game highlight commentary during the upcoming offseason? I want to do 2 Super Bowls per week going back until the new season. So who knows? Because I started the commentary series Super Bowl 52. So maybe I might go from 51 all the way back to 1. So maybe that's something that could happen. Dylan Dunn says the best team currently in the NFC, that would be the 49ers. Regardless of how good the Seattle Seahawks are doing, and I don't care that the Seahawks beat the 49ers, the 49ers are still the best team in the NFC. 3rd and 8. Jared Goff takes the snap, still had trips to the right, gets rid of the ball. He finds Brandon Cooks. He keeps his feet in bounds, participating in the 10 toes down challenge, dragging his toes along the floor. I'm telling you right now, the turf out there in Los Angeles may have just gotten the gout, the way that this man slid his toes on the floor. Mucinex commercials, all of those insects in the Mucinex commercials that live underneath your toenails, they have just died because Brandon Cooks has stuffed his toe in betwixt his cleat and the grass and killed those little mutants to move the chains for the Rams, picking up a first down, and they got first from the 31-yard line in Ravens territory. Tossed out to, I believe that's Malcolm Brown, who picks up nothing, stopped by a bunch of purple highlighters, setting up 2nd and 10. Back to Twitter world we go. Tyson says, my friends say Michael Thomas isn't that good as everyone says he is. Is CMC better than Kamara? I said that Kamara is better because he's more, I believe he meant to say versatile. Okay, number one, your friends are kind of stupid. If they think Michael Thomas ain't that good, they're kind of stupid. Is CMC better than Camaro? I'll tell you this much, he's better than him this season, and to be quite honest with you, they're pretty much even in my opinion. Pass down the field, caught inside the Tokoki no zone for the Rams. That's caught by Gerald Everett, I believe, and that's going to set up 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. They're in the Rosso zone, Rosetta Stone Italian. What a beautiful catch. Caught it at this highest point. Oh, no, not the 18, at the 16. That's how you get up. This Rams offense is finally cooking. And here we go. The Rams, Jared Goff, 4 for 5, 35 yards on the day. Hand off to Todd. I'm heterosexual. I like girlies, but he'd lose 2 yards, or they're going to mark him a 1 yard short. 1 yard on the play. I would not necessarily trust that play call on this particular play. I wasn't really happy with that. I figured they should have went with a play action fake. No huddle from the 17. On first down, the Rams have 6 rushes and 2 passes. I like the middle of the field. What I would do is run that cross with Higbee. It doesn't happen. Oh, no, there is no Higbee. That pass was going towards Cooper Kupp. I'm not a fan of that play selection either. I would have utilized the middle of that field. Now you're sitting at 3rd and 11, 3rd and long. You know you got Legatron, Greg Zuerlein, who can put 3 on the board. What I would do here is line up in trips towards the right, because that is the wider side of the field. I'm going to have my slot run a slant across the middle, have my inside receiver run vertical. They do have trips towards the right, but they ran short for some apparent reason. It appeared that there was a short route from Cooper Kupp. Well, that's not smart at all on 3rd and 11. He stopped at 3 yards in. I'm not sure what this play call was, but they did come out in trips to the right. There's a flag on the play. There's some laundry on the field. The referees threw a Rams jersey out there and said, wait a minute. There's some holding on the defense on Marlon Humphrey. It appears that sets up an automatic first down. The Rams have new life. Take a look at the formation. They came out in a trips bunch. Brandon Cooks tried to run the corner outside, but he was upheld by Marlon Humphrey. It appears the Rams were bailed out. However, this was a flag that should have been thrown. And now we're sitting at 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Trips bunch to the left. Gurley rolling left. He should be in the end zone. Oh, but he is. But Higbee is there on the reception, and he would go out of bounds at the 6, at the 7. That was a weird face I just made. I'm not going to do that again. I'm lying. I'm going to do it. 6-yard line. 7-yard line. Caught by Higbee. They're still in. Oh, no. I think there's a timeout coming. Yeah, there's a timeout coming for Baltimore. Somebody is cramping up on the field. I'll say this much. When the Rams started going no huddle on this drive, it started to move the football better. They started to move the football better. And yes, it's Brandon Carr in coverage. Brandon Carr has been beat everywhere he's gone. Nobody can forget 2 years ago when Antonio Brown pretty much took out his nutsack and rubbed it all over Brandon Carr's entire career. This man had 284, no, I'm bugging, 230-something yards receiving against Baltimore that particular game. Good Lord. And I think it ended up coming down to Chris Boswell to win the game for him. I can't recall how that game ended. All I know is Brandon Carr got absolutely abused. Levi Wright puts $5 on it. Says, back again to hear you speak on these games. Always hilarious and continuously brings laughter and entertainment. You're truly a Gruden grinder for this. Well, thank you for tuning in, brother. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, watching the game live with me. We've got 305 in the room on YouTube, 121 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 200 on Twitter. We've still got people, live tweeting, and that is awesome. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the live stream. We're also live on the Hot Mic app. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already and you have an iPhone, download the Hot Mic app. Use the promo code Adonis. It is absolutely free. The app, you don't got to pay for nothing. Nada. Zilch. Download it on your mother's phone. Download it on your father's phone. Download it on your girlfriend's phone. Download it on the dead man's phone down the field. Don't go and download it on their phone because your fingerprints are going to be on it. They're going to think you're the one who killed them. Why haven't you called the police? Call the police. There's no reason why there should be rotting dead bodies over there. The spirit of Jeffrey Dahmer's out here. All right, but live on the Hot Mic app, listen in, sync me with your television. You don't got to listen to Booger McFarland and his partner. I'm going to do this for every time I say Booger because it's hilarious. Who named somebody Booger? I don't think that's his actual first name. Whatever the case may be. All right, we're live on the Hot Mic app. We're live on YouTube as well, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. Back to Twitter we go. All right, the Rams are looking dead right now, says Fly Guy Gray 58, but that was 13 minutes ago. Dylan Dunn says the Saints game had so much laundry on the field they can open your laundromat. You're damn right. Moody Booty says, is it just me or does Jared Goff scratch his big toe five? Does he scratch his big toe 5 times every drive? That's hilarious. I had no clue, but now I will be mindful of it. Does Jared Goff scratch his big toe? We will find out after these messages. From the 7-yard line, 2nd and 5. Jared, I look like Ryan Gosling Goff with the trips bunched to the right. Robert Woods going in motion. Heads back. Oh, there's going to be a legal shift on this play. There's going to be a legal shift on this play, or I should say a legal motion, whatever the case may be. Higbee started moving too early. Oh, no, they're going to call false start. I thought it was going to be a legal shift because 2 people ended up going in motion, but turns out the ball done got snapped. They call on the offensive lineman. That looked like that could have been a good play. I don't know what the hell, those guys were doing. They were anxious coming out of that timeout from the Baltimore Ravens. Injury timeout, I might add as well. But this is the 3rd Rams drive. The first 2 went absolutely nowhere. We saw Lamar Jackson lead his team down the field, back-to-back drives to put 14 points on the board. The Rams looking to answer. Both teams out here dressed like highlighters. One purple, the other yellow. Play action fake. Terrible fake, I might add, from Jared Goff. And Malcolm Brown goes absolutely nowhere. Tackled for an 8-yard loss at the 20-yard line. Pardon me, that is Todd Gurley. I thought somebody who did not have dreadlocks would perform that way. Turns out a man who did, but he was stopped by another dreadlocked man. This is the kind of problem that the Rams have. First and foremost, this play action fake was absolutely atrocious. You were not fooling anybody. It was a 7-yard loss. You're not fooling anybody with that sort of fake. On 3 different occasions, the Rams have tried play action fakes, and they have looked absolutely atrocious. The first one, the attempt faking it to the left, where Todd Gurley completely bailed on it and went to go make a block, which he should have anyway. But still, failed play-action fake. On their second drive, we saw another failed play-action fake, although I cannot remember vividly which one it was. But on this one again, another failed play-action fake. Sean McVay play calling has not been looking great. It's not looking as dynamic. Could we say that defenses have caught up to him? Has he not shown, or I should say his youth is not necessarily in his favor as of right now, because the older individuals look to have probably figured this man out. 3rd and 17. The Rams' current drive is 13 plays, 56 yards, and pushing 6 minutes at 5:58. The Ravens giving up the complete middle of the field. Jared Goff going to go short. Yes, he does. He connects with Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp does not pick up any yardage, really. Only a 5-yard gain going to the 15-yard line. They're going to have to send out Legatron Greg Zuerlein to give 3 points on the board. Yet again, another 3rd and long situation, and they throw the ball short. Although there was defensive holding on Marlon Humphrey holding Brandon Cooks, who did Jared Goff try to throw the football to right as the flag was being thrown? He threw it short to Cooper Kupp for what would be a 3-yard catch that Cooper Kupp would have to make 3 people miss in order to get a first down. I'm not understanding what the play call is here. I'm not getting it. I am not getting it. 32-yard attempt for Legatron Greg Zuerlein. He kicks it through the uprights, and it's good. I got a little worried for a second. I thought that was going to miss. Legatron can't be out here missing kicks. But 14-3 lead in favor of the Baltimore Ravens. Thus far, what do you guys think of that Rams drive? On Twitter, hey Twitter world, let's look at what else is transpiring here. We've got the Unchiseled Adonis out here retweeting about the stream. I appreciate you, Unchiseled Adonis. The Tusk says, can we get some bars for a Chiseled Adonis Hot Mic exclusive track? Who knows? Who knows? I could put out some bars. I did remix the Old Town Road song. Who knows? I might sing it during halftime if you want to hear. If you want to hear my remix of the Old Town Road, I might just do an acapella for you. That's gonna be funny. Here we go. Nate Adams says, why don't you use the Kool and Gang song Hollywood Swingin' or Michael Jackson song Hollywood Tonight? You know what, Nate Adams? Since it was 2 touchdowns, if he gets a third, I will use all 3. How about that for a deal? But since he did have two, what if I put the first touchdown Eminem, the second touchdown Cool and the Gang, and then on the replay of the second touchdown, I can put Michael Jackson. I might just do that. I'm going to hold you up to it. You know what, audience? Listen to me and listen to me good. I listen to what you guys want to see. So you know what? I'm going to screenshot this, and I will make sure I recall to put this in the commentary. Nate Adams, you just got your request granted. The Tusk says, we would love some BK fire. Tyson says, damn should have started Hollywood Brown on my fantasy team. Well, damn it, Tyson, you probably should have. Desmond Edmond says, no internet, low data, so I got to listen to Bum Booger instead of Chiseled Adonis. That is unfortunate, Desmond. That is unfortunate. Amir Singh puts out a photo of what I look like when I see Nick Folk. That is hilarious. I look absolutely atrocious in this photo. I appreciate you for screenshotting it. All right. Then Seamus Waters says, thoughts on the Steelers QB situation. I'll tell you this much. I am not one to pull the plug on young quarterbacks early, but Mason Rudolph is struggling, and he's not doing good whatsoever. If you look at his last 12 quarters of play, it is atrocious. So you got to go with the duck. Roll with the duck. Get side ducks in there. Let's go to Cerulean City offensively. Let's call up Misty and get all of those water Pokemon and side ducks on the field. And Dylan Dunn says, refs in the Saints game pissed me off so much I broke my TV tray. That's a damn shame that you had to get that emotional about it, but I understand. Because when Pittsburgh lost against New England, although I didn't break anything, I was visibly frustrated about, was it a catch, was it not a catch? Initially, I said it wasn't. Then, I made the infamous, what is a catch in the NFL series? And then I stayed frustrated every time I see refs screw teams over. Whether it's my team, whether it's the opposing team, I just hate when refs, screw up games. Andrew Penalosa says, the Rams' previous drive could have been better. P.S. You're becoming my preferred way of watching primetime football. Keep it up. Watching for the Hot Mic app. I appreciate you, Andrew. 2018. All right. Aaron Donald has been double teamed for back-to-back years all goddamn game. Play action fake for Lamar Jackson. Escapes the pass rush. There's a flag on the play, but the Rams come swarming at him and sack him for a 5-yard loss. Most likely this will be offensive holding. Now, here's a little bit of a question for the Ravens. Do you take the 10 yards or do you I should say for the Rams. You take the 10 yards or do you just push them back 5 and go to 2nd and 15? They decline it and go to 2nd and 15. You know what? I agree with this because the Ravens have had more positive yards, or I should say more positive plays than negative plays. So why not take a down away from them? 2nd and 14. That's a very odd spot. That's very bizarre. He lost 5 yards on that play. I'm not feeling the spot right now. The Rams got the spot wrong. Oh, I should say the refs got the spot wrong. I'm not a fan of that spot. That should have been a 5-yard loss, or hell, even a 6-yard loss. In empty, Lamar Jackson over the middle connects with, I believe that's Hollywood Brown. Indeed it is. And they're going to mark him at the 29. I would have had him marked at the 28. I'm not a fan of how these refs are spotting the ball right now. Not looking too good. Lamar did indeed get dropped. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the Hot Mic app. If you're watching on Hot Mic and this is your first time tuning in to Hold My Nugget Studios, consider following me. All right, we do this every primetime game with the exception of Sunday Night Football. But come the playoffs, we will be live for every single game. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, download the Hot Mic app. I'll put the link in the description. Just click it, use the promo code Adonis. The app is absolutely free, and listen to me live on Hot Mic. The pass from Lamar Jackson on 3rd and 6 complete to, I believe that is Roberts, for the Ravens first down. I almost said for the Rams first down. When you got two teams that their names start with an R, you can get those confused. Look at the protection. The Rams must have had a late blitz or one of those stunts that take time, but they need their secondary to cover. That is not what happened. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Rams. 7:50 left to play. Handoff to Gus Edwards. He's got a couple of blocks. He'd pick up 3. Is that a flag? Somebody may have thrown a flag. Well, that's odd. The flag was laying on the sideline. So if they threw a flag, they did not throw it. They just dropped it on the floor. Offside on the defense, they're most likely going to accept that. Take the 5 yards and a first down versus declining and having to go 2nd and 7. One look at Lamar Jackson this season. 225.8 passing yards per game. 78.1 rush yards per game. No player in NFL history has ever averaged 200-plus yards passing and 60-plus yards rushing ever in NFL history. Well, this season can be the first because on the ground, Lamar Jackson is virtually unstoppable. This reminds me of what the Tennessee Titans offense looked like in 2009. Where, well, then again, that was Kerry Collins leading it. But this is what happens when you have a mobile QB. All right, when you have a mobile QB, those linebackers have to stay at home. And you see Lamar Jackson pick up a big-time gain and run it into the Rams' territory where he's out of bounds at the 40. But like I was saying, with running backs, or I should say quarterbacks, who are mobile, just like with Michael Vick with the 2004 Falcons, which was the season that had Vince Young leading the Titans? Was that 2010? I think that was 2010. Yes, it was. No. 2009. Yeah, 2009, because Kerry Collins got injured in 2009. Somebody let me know how that worked out, if my memory is failing me. But Vince Young started to run a little bit more for the Titans, and he kept those linebackers at home, thus aiding Chris Johnson in running for 2,000. 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson, play action fake. Not the best protection, but it appears that the D-line, is that Brockers? I think that's Brockers. Whatever the case may have been, he broke his contain. He should have stayed outside. With quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson or hell, anybody who has that kind of speed, you don't want to let them get outside of you. You got to get outside. Jason Finch says the Ravens are going to win. That is also my prediction. Tonight, Lamar Jackson is 6 for 6. 57 yards and 2 TDs. Both those TDs to Hollywood Brown. Hand off to Mark fuck out of here, Adrian Peterson. He picks up the first down, Ingram. Moving the chains. And let me tell you something. So a couple of people were asking me about my thoughts on the beignets in New Orleans and why do I feel they are so subpar. I'll tell you this much. The beignets down there, they're decent, but they're not as good as people made it seem. Or at least people may have overshot how good they may have tasted. People told me when you eat these beignets down here in New Orleans, damn near your pants are going to pop off. You better wear a condom because you might just jizz in your pants. It's a climactic sort of feeling. That was not the deal when I had them. They were just not that great. They were good, but they were not that great. Lamar Jackson takes the snap. He drops the ball. He'd pick it back up. He takes off running, got a couple of blocks, can't keep his balance, falls his way into the end zone. No, he does not. He's tackled at the 1. If only he did not lose his balance, he could have went into the end zone for the score, but he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Nico D'Angelo asks, Chiseled Adonis, who is better, Peterson or Ingram? That is a bad question. It is unanimously Peterson. It's not even close. If we're talking about who's the better running back on the career, obviously, it's Peterson. But if who's better right now, you'd have to say Mark Ingram. I mean, Peterson's not really getting the carries, and he's playing in Washington where they couldn't block. You know, they couldn't find a block if they had a box of Legos. So it's not good over there. All right. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Lamar Jackson frustrated he did not get into the end zone. But yet another game with a big-time run. On the field, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, Danica. In Twitter world, Anthony Marshall says, definitely want to hear your remix. Chris Harris says, what is the anime where Nani and Oh My God comes from? The Nani comes from JoJo Bizarre Adventures. That's where I have it from. The original Nani, I wish I could tell you which anime that's for. But on the season, Lamar Jackson has run for 849 yards. He's on pace for 1,250. And I believe 1,250 would be a record for a quarterback. Jamal says, Adonis, who do you think will play in Super Bowl 54? I'm going with Baltimore and San Francisco. That's the easy choice. But usually the best teams in the NFL don't end up facing off. It's too early for me to make a decision. Lamar Jackson, handoff to Mark Ingram. He jumps into the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown for the Rams. The ball is in the hands of the well, it's going to be a touchdown for the Ravens, pardon me. The ball is in the hands of the Rams. They're going to go and review it, as touchdown plays are always reviewed, but I think he got into the end zone before he ended up getting the ball punched out. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. And he says, fuck out of here, Adrian Peterson. I'm out here scoring touchdowns while you over there getting backed up, playing the backup position for Darius Geis Ingram. Touchdown, Ravens up 20-3. And given Justin Tucker's, his background, making these extra points, only missing 2 on his career, he's going to kick it through the uprights. Indeed he does. And he's singing a little bit of opera. Ave Maria. 21-3 lead for those Baltimore Ravens. It is not looking good for the Los Angeles Rams. Not good whatsoever. Had there not been 3 points from Legatron, I would be telling them to get ready to unplug their controllers or just pass the sticks. People in Baltimore are slowly taking their pants off. They are grabbing to their nightstand, taking their Trojan Magnum condoms and getting ready to put them on because the necrophilia is about getting ready to start. If the Rams do not put points on the board right here and the Ravens find a way to get into the end zone once again, I'm telling you right now, it's fixing to be a blowout because it's going to become the Jared Goff show. And when it's a Jared Goff show thus far this season, it has not been a good show. In fact, it's a show you want to turn to commercial. But every time you turn to commercial and come back to the show, you keep seeing the man throwing interceptions. You keep seeing the man on his back getting sacked. You keep seeing terrible play calls from Sean McVay. And you keep seeing the Rams continue to be subpar this season. As me and Marv Glover both said on the Hold My Nuggets podcast earlier in the season, we both do not see the Rams getting back to the playoffs. And we said this back in September. And here we are manifesting in November, the Rams continuing to struggle. On Twitter, Hoodies A says, what's your thoughts on War Games? I absolutely loved it from start to finish. I think Adam Cole needs to be brought into some sort of intervention to find out why this man wants to die. I said intervention as to why this man wants to die. Every single War Games, this man Adam Cole is ready to jump off of everything. But sensational pay-per-view. I absolutely loved it. Survivor Series was stellar from start to finish as well. Desmond Edmonds says, Xfinity got me out here missing hot mic. Thanks Xfinity jerk messing with the Wi-Fi. That is unfortunate, brother. Dylan Dunn says CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN need to hire you as a commentator or an analyst. That would be interesting. After watching how Pat McAfee has been working on ESPN, I think I could pull it off. Not to say that, McAfee is so subpar that if he can do it, I can do it. That's not the case. But the way that he's able to work his comic style into it, I think I'd be able to pull that off too. I know ways to maneuver with words to where I don't have to speak with vulgarity or use profanity because it's not something that's necessary for me. It's just one of those things that you use to amplify or emphasize what it is that you want to say. It's a little bit of spice that I could put on top of it, but it's not something that's necessary. So I think I could definitely work as an analyst somewhere. Kickoff fielded at the 1-yard line for the Los Angeles Rams is going to be returned to the 24-yard line. I'm not sure if he attempted to slide, but his leg looked like it got caught in the turf. Lamar Jackson thus far, 2 touchdown passes, over 50 yards on the ground, or it might just be 60 on the ground altogether. Can't forget that 30-yard rush, or I should say 29-yard rush on the last drive to put them in position. Desmond Edmond got put 5 on it, says, got his Wi-Fi back. I tweeted you. I was going to hit Xfinity dude with a dynamic entry. I think he heard me. Well, damn it, you should hit him with a dynamic entry. Damn it, I'll do it. We could both wear green while we make it happen. Jared, I look like Ryan Gosling golf, looking towards his right in between the numbers and the hash marks as the Ravens defense appears to turn on that N64 and got lost in the woods for a first down for Los Angeles. Marcus Peters jawing at Robert Wood saying, hey, man, we don't like you. He's going to be saying, you was on my team earlier. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Los Angeles Rams. 4:07 left to play in the first half. Jared Goff actually got some protection. Pass over the middle. He darts it in there. Caught by Brandon. My father always cooks to move the chains into Ravens territory. That was a sensational pass from Jared Goff, but there's laundry on the field. The referees are coming to deliberate to figure out exactly what transpired. It appears there is dissension as to who it should be on. The Ravens looking confused. The Rams saying, hey man, pick up the flag anyway. We're not going to accept it. We got a ton of yards. The referees still deliberating, trying to figure out what happened and who the hell threw the flag. Here comes the official call. Well, there it is. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Chuck Clark, and that's a 15-yard penalty after the play. What the heck happened? He batted the ball away from the referee. Well, there it is. That is a bonehead play. That is something that you don't need to have happening if you're up by 18 points. Yes, you may have given up a big pass play, but you're winning by 18. There's no reason to put your team in a situation in which what was probably a 16, 15-yard pickup turns into a 30-yard pickup. Ridiculous. The Rams now at the 22-yard line, but last time they got this far into Ravens territory, they had to settle for a Greg Zuerlein field goal. Here comes the screen pass to Robert Woods going back across the field. He'd pick up 5 on the play. 4, pardon me. No, it's 5. He'd pick up 5 on the play to the 17-yard line. Robert Woods jarring with Udon, jarring with the Ravens defense. It does not seem as if this man likes them whatsoever. He must have grown up as a fan of other teams in the AFC North or just does not like the Baltimore Ravens. Whatever the case may be, the Rams are on the move. If I were them, I would abandon going back into the huddle and go back to that no-huddle offense that was moving the ball down the field a little bit earlier. 2nd and 5. I would like to see a run here. They've got trips. Oh, my Lord, that's false start. That's false start on Robert Woods. They had trips bunched to the right, and he was supposed to be going in motion. That's a false start. That's a false start. Once again, they continue to shoot themselves in the foot. They shoot themselves in the foot. I'm not sure why he moved. You're a wide receiver in the NFL. Look at Robert Woods here. He jumps as if he's supposed to go in motion. The man he's not sure what's transpiring. As I said, the Rams should abandon this huddle and go back to the no-huddle offense because the Ravens were already tired when it was happening because the Rams had a 10-plus play drive. Trips to the right, pardon me, empty formation. Jared Goff looking end zone, overthrows Higbee. That could have been a Rams touchdown. They have a librarian that was on the screen just now, but still, that should have been a Rams touchdown. Beautiful corner route, overthrown ball. Good Lord, that should have been a touchdown for the Rams. Bad throw. Little bit of an overthrow, a little bit of behind the shoulder. Got to play a little bit better football. 3rd and 10. The last 2 3rd and 10s, we've seen the Rams go out there and throw the football. They've thrown it short. They've got trips towards the right. As I said, run the slant or run a post with the inside receiver. Have the middle receiver. Have the inside receiver run the corner. Jared Goff hit from behind, fumbles on the play. It's recovered by the Rams. It should have been picked up by Chuck Clark. But his hands are just for decoration. It's going to be 4th down. Take a look at the protection here. From the outside, Udon finds his way right around Everett, gets to Jared Goff as he's getting ready to throw the football. Chuck Clark cannot seem to recover the football whatsoever. He's on the sideline asking himself, what happened to my hands? And it's going to set up yet another Greg Zuerlein field goal. As we enter the 2-minute warning. Dalen Joseph puts 99 cents on it. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Absolutely ludicrous. Another 3rd down. They lined up in trips. They did have, I believe, the play that they were going to get some points on because, as I said, when you line up in trips against this Ravens front and you stretch open that defense, that middle of the field is open. You can run that post and force those safeties to have to make a decision. Most likely, that free safety who's on the right-hand side is either going to stay at home and play that QB spy or he's aiding with over-the-top coverage on the weak side receiver. If he does step down and takes that inside post, well, I should say the middle post that's coming inside, the slot receiver who's the furthest inside, who runs the corner, now takes the strong safety and the corner if he's playing deep thirds. You can run an underneath drag or like a 10 and in from your outside receiver, and the weak side receiver can just clear it out. That middle of the field will be open. If that post is ran and cut at 7 and ran skinny, and that outside receiver runs that 10 and in, as long as people take care of their down and distances, you should have an easy first down against any defense. But of course, you need your protection to, hold up for the quarterback to get rid of the football, and evidently that's not what happened. Anthony Marshall says, first off, let's give a round of applause for the Black Rangers Power shirt. The Black Ranger Power Ranger shirt. Well, it's a great shirt, ain't it? Feel like a goddamn Power Ranger. Sailor01 shared my promo video, and he also says, made sure to retweet this. Hopefully some more people come your way. You deserve a bigger audience. I appreciate you. Saliator. Saliator1. I think I pronounced that right. Kijafa Carter says Lamar Jackson is doing all over the Rams defense. Absolutely. Bitter Samurai says the anime was Fist of the North Star. Yes, indeed, it was Fist of the North Star. Yes, indeed, that's what it was. Jack Herring says, are the Patriots going to the Super Bowl again? I can't necessarily say that where we stand right now. If Baltimore was to drop to a wild card, which they're not, they can meet the Patriots in the divisional round, but most likely they'll meet the Patriots in the AFC Championship, depending on what transpires. Zerline kicks it through the uprights, and it's good from 46 yards out, cutting their deficit to 15 points, making it a two-possession game. Two different situations in which we've seen the Rams get deep into Ravens territory, but fail to put on 6 points. Although they have 6 points right now. Take a look at the pressure that the Ravens have brought on the Rams thus far, right? Look at these blitz packages. A lot of, combination blitzes, a lot of switch sort of blitzes, going in different sort of directions while they're blitzing. Take a look at what happened when Jared Goff lost the football. Everett did not do a very good effort trying to block him on the outside. Now, granted, he had no business trying to block him by himself, but damn it, sometimes it's a one-on-one situation. You got to be able to block. Matthew Judon got 7 sacks on the season and leads his team. Marcus Peters feeling himself, having not given up a touchdown. I believe he will give up a touchdown today. If there's a one-on-one situation with Cooper Kupp and Marcus Peters, I say exploit that. 1:55 left to play. The Ravens only 1 timeout. The Rams have 2. Now, the kickoff being, it's not going to be fielded. Most likely this going into the end zone is going to be a touchback. If I'm the Rams, most likely the Ravens will take a shot on first down. If they don't get, the yardage they like, on second, they will run. On third, they will run. So if I'm the Rams, first down, you need a stop, and then play the timeout game and try to get the football back. However, if the Ravens pass on first and they don't pick up a first down, they run on second, you stuff the run, watch for the play action fake on the third or Lamar Jackson running himself. QB boot or a play action fake. First down, handoff, 5-yard pickup for the Ravens offense. And they're going to go no huddle. They're moving the football. 2nd and 4. Pickup of 6 from the 31-yard line for the Ravens. Here we go. Lamar Jackson in empty formation. Aaron Donald on a 3-man rush. Pass over the middle. Caught by Mark Andrews. I'm surprised there is not a flag for helmet to helmet. Oh, there it is. There's the flag. It's going to be a helmet-to-helmet hit on Mark Andrews coming from Littleton, I believe. That's going to be another 15 yards on top of that first down catch. Manuel Yanez Aguilar. I cannot pronounce that. I am sorry about that, brother. I am great at reading words. I am terrible at pronouncing names. Says Mr. Chiseled Adonis is MVP at making highlights in any sports. I appreciate that, and I will be covering more sports this NFL off season. I'll be touching on as many sports as I possibly can. First and 10, now in Rams territory from the 47-yard line. Lamar Jackson sends Mark Andrews in motion. He keeps the football himself. What did I tell you about that QB boot? Picks up a first down yet again for the Ravens, and now he's officially over 60 yards, I presume. The Rams defense is sleeping, man. This is a game in which the linebackers should have 10 tackles apiece. This is literally the game. The Ravens are playing outside. They've had some runs up between the tackles, which they've succeeded on. But when it comes to Lamar Jackson, your linebackers have to have their eyes open. Put trust in your interior linebackers and your D-line to stop anything inside the tackles. But the outside linebackers, their eyes need to be containing outside. Handoff once again. Sensational run for the Ravens, picking up yet another first down. 11-yard pickup. Look how big that hole was for Hill. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. The Rams defense is absolutely sleeping, man. The Rams defense is absolutely sleeping. They've got no business being on the football field with the Baltimore Ravens right now. They're being outclassed. They're being outmatched. They're being outmanned. Handoff once again to Hill. He picks up 2. We're under 40 seconds. To hell with the Rams trying to get the football back. They better try to keep, the Ravens from getting into the end zone for the third time. Because Justice Hill is having a bunch of justice on the field. 2nd and 9. Lamar Jackson rolling towards his right. Dumps the ball off. Caught by Roberts. He'd cut inside. He's tackled at the 8-yard line. Pardon me, the 7. And with 14 seconds left to play, 16-yard pickup. Clay Matthews on the outside failed to get to Lamar Jackson. Jackson sidearms it, caught by Roberts, and he'd pick up another Ravens first down. They're moving with ease down the field, man. They're moving with ease down the field. There is virtually no defense from the Rams whatsoever this entire game. Somebody's got to step up, bottom line. Lamar Jackson up to 80 yards rushing. Let's take a look at what's transpired regarding the stats thus far. Lamar Jackson is 8 for 8. That's correct. 8 for 8 for 80 yards and 2 TDs. Absolutely perfect on the day. On the ground, 6 carries, 82 yards. All right, Mark Ingram, 8 carries, 58 yards, and a TD. Justice Hill, 3 carries, 18 yards. Gus Edwards, 3 carries, 17 yards. One thing that has to be mentioned, every single person who's carried the football has gone for positive yardage. All right, Marquise Brown has 4 catches for 37 yards and 2 TDs. Roberts has 2 catches for 29 yards, also that first down. Jimmy Smith has a sack. Matthew Judon has a forced fumble. All right. The Rams, Jared Goff is 12 for 16, 93 yards. Todd Gurley, 5 carries, 19 yards. Brandon Cooks is the leading receiver for the Los Angeles Rams with 2 catches for 32 yards. And behind him, Robert Woods has 3 catches for 27. But the name of this game is the fact that the Ravens have yet to punt. Every single drive, they've gone down the field and they've put points on the board. And those points being touchdowns. Each drive a lengthy drive. The Rams defense not stopping a soul whatsoever. 173 yards rushing in the first half. This is a problem. This is a problem. It's as if the Rams did not read the scouting report. Absolutely ridiculous. How do you play against a Ravens team knowing they're coming into this game, leading the league in rushing, having 200 yards per game, and still 173 yards on the ground through the first half? You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding. You're not going to win this game if you can't stop a run. Good Lord Almighty. Saint6709 puts 100 on it in the YouTube chat. Says, love the channel. Been subscribed for a few years now. Since I was 15. Tell Joey Sly to keep his head down and thanks for being a bum. I appreciate you, brother. Good Lord, put 100 on it. That means a lot. You are the MVP with that donation. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Lamar Jackson takes the snap. Empty formation, looking over the middle. He's got Willie Snead. Touchdown, Ravens. They go up 27-6. These Rams defenders cannot stop a soul. Cannot stop a soul. Apparently, flying Pokemon are absolutely destroying normal types and ground types because the Rams, the Tauroses, can't do a damn thing. I don't know why I said ground types. Maybe because, you know, the Rams being a normal type, they don't take flight. But they can't stop a soul. They look absolutely atrocious offensively. They look even worse defensively. 7-play, 75-yard drive in under a damn minute. Or a little bit over a minute. 28-6 lead. And I ain't telling you to start. I ain't saying the game over, but there's a fat woman who started to warm up her pipes. She's singing a little bit of Adele. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Because the damn Rams getting destroyed. They getting destroyed. You'd have thought this was a Ravens homecoming and they setting fire to the rain. Okay, I did too much with Adele just now. That was too many puns in one. Lamar Jackson, 9 completions on 9 attempts for 87 yards and 3 TDs plus 80 rush yards to boot. This man has just usurped Russell Wilson for the MVP. I'm sorry. I had Russell Wilson through and through, but I'm sorry. Lamar Jackson, he's the front runner for the MVP. On the season, 16 TDs, 1 INT. You got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Lamar Jackson is absolutely balling, man. He is absolutely balling. I said 16 TDs. They said since a certain time, because he's got 5 picks on the season. Look at the MVP candidates. All right, Russell Wilson, 24 TDs, 3 INTs. Lamar Jackson, 8-2 record, 22 pass touchdowns, 6 rush touchdowns. Michael Thomas, 104 receptions, over 1,000 yards. And Christian McCaffrey, we don't got to say nothing about that because that's how the white man runs the football. And the Baltimore Ravens getting the football to come out in the second half. They might as well just throw RG3 out there. The Rams are getting molested. Get the B2 moving on the phone. Rams getting straight up murdered. Doing a terrible job. And you got to run through the goddamn tunnel with these guys. I'd feel disrespected. Somebody get a shiv. Okay, don't get a shiv. I do not support people being shanked during halftime. That's not a good idea. But good Lord Almighty, Lamar did throw 3 picks against the Steelers. I don't know why I said that. I recall that. But yeah. And again, big time shout out to Saints 6709, putting 100 on it on the YouTube chat room. And more importantly, we are live on Hot Mic as well. If you're here on YouTube, you're new to the stream, do me a favor. If you have an iPhone, if you know anybody who got an iPhone, you know a dead relative who got an iPhone, but they're still their phone company is still hooked up to their bank account. Do me a favor, download that Hot Mic app. Use the promo code Adonis. The app is absolutely free. Watch me live on there because the commentary is synced to your television. You don't gotta listen to Booger McFarland and whoever the hell else is on commentary with him. You can tune in and listen to your favorite commentator, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. We're also live here on YouTube, 341 people live in the chat room. More importantly, we've only got 189 likes. Let's see if we can get over 200 likes. Titan Omega puts $5 on it, says the Ravens are a team full of landerous flying types that can run on the ground. Well, you ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying. Back to Twitter we go. Bitter Samurai says Keith Lee's the man. Absolutely incredible. You know, I wasn't sold on Keith Lee. I did not find this man very entertaining, but damn it, you can't deny he is limitless. Seamus Waters says, are you planning to do on any tours in the near future? If so, what states are you thinking of going to? Next year, I want to go on tour. I plan on going on a college tour for sure. I cannot hold that off any much longer. So during the spring semesters, I want to see if I could go on tour. I'm going to start reaching out to colleges December, I'm gonna start reaching out. As for just a regular going to comedy clubs and everything, I'm gonna start reaching out. I have a connection with who I did semi-pro with in Arkansas, so I'm gonna see if I could get out there and get on stage. I'm actually gonna be performing this Friday in Harlem. I'm going to put out the advertisement for that on my Insta story at one point this week, most likely tomorrow. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated when I will be, hitting the stage on tour, whether to close out this year or next year as well. The Smart TV Tony says agreed. Look at this stick move. Yes, that was a hell of a that was a great power bomb. Let's see. Fly Guy Gray 58 says Jared Goff is looking like a liability. Absolutely. Brandon Chewy Black says, as a New England fan, I get it. I get it's funny to call Nick Folk a bum, but it was a monsoon in New England. Both kickers were lucky to get a kick at all. Well, yes, but Nick Folk has a history, so we're going to continue to call him a bum regardless of how many field goals he makes. He can make a game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl. The minute he misses a kick in the following preseason, I will be making fun of him. I can tell you that right now. Hoodie Zay says, bro, I didn't even know how he was able to keep the pace, how he's even able to face Pete Dunne the next night. He taking place in the Shane McMahon challenge, jumping off of everything. He's referencing Adam Cole. Yeah, Adam Cole got a death wish. Let's see. Hoodie Zay, I thought he was gonna beat Roman, but pinning Seth was great. Absolutely. Stephen Oaks says linking the MMPR monsoon shirt and Pat McAfee also works for WWE. Finally, the Rams are raping themselves with 12 purple dildos covered in spikes. Well, there it is. Dylan Dunn says, do you think that Gluten should have been ejected after punching the ref in the Saints game? Well, if you pushed the ref, you should have got ejected. So yeah. Anthony Marshall, the librarian, looked like he was there for the necrophilia. Absolutely. James Ellsworth proposed. Oh wow. Stephen Oaks also says James Ellsworth proposed in a Lamar Jackson jersey. Well, there it is. James Ellsworth is getting married. The man with no chin. All right. Let's see. In the chat room. Oh, my man's Brandon Ellis, my old high school teammate in there. Risky business. Says he loves us. No homo. I appreciate you, brother. Absolute dominance from the Ravens. They are getting whatever the hell they want offensively. They cannot be stopped. The Rams defense can't stop a soul. It's ridiculous. Amar Singh says Wade Phillips and Sean McVay need to do some better play calling in the second half. You've said the most. Tyson says, so happy that I found your channel 2 years ago. My favorite video from yours is the Nick Folk compilations and Gruden Grinders. Well, those are some of my favorite videos too. I appreciate you for supporting as long as you have. Bitter Samurai says, Rams looking like baby sheeps. Call up James Harrison. What's wrong with them? You're damn right. What the hell's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? Mark Ackerman says, how about AB to Dallas next season? That's not going to happen. I would not be surprised if Jerry Jones tries to make the move for it, but I don't think that's going to happen. AB getting a thrown to him from Dak, I'd highly doubt he's going to be able to deal with it. Mind you, Dallas already had problems with Des Bryant. You think you're going to bring somebody like AB in and expect him to be able to mesh well with that team? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not to say talent-wise. It's got everything to do within the locker room and off the field. That is why I think AB will continue to not have a job. All right, let's see what's happening in the chat room on YouTube. Got to everybody on Twitter. Hey, Twitter world. All right. Darth says, be gentle on the Packers. Absolutely not. I will not. Oh, wow, I'm wilding. I forgot to post my post-fight reaction to Ortiz taking on Wilder. Let me put that on YouTube. Ortiz taking on Wilder. Let me post that on YouTube. I will be back in 4 minutes. Pardon me. Let me just post this video on YouTube. And tune in. Go watch that on YouTube. Leave and then come back. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, getting ready for the start of the second half. We are live on the Hot Mic app. Utilize the promo code Adonis if you have an iPhone and you're not listening. If you are watching on Hot Mic, I appreciate you for tuning in. If you're a new listener, consider subscribing to Hold My Nugget Studios. And if you're on YouTube, do me a favor, click those links in the description. Also, in the comment section as well. Use the promo code Adonis. Download the Hot Mic app. It's absolutely free. Use the promo code Adonis. It's invite only. And if you have a friend who has the iPhone, just download it on their phones and use the promo code Adonis and tune in live over there. I just posted on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook the reaction to Deontay Wilder taking on Luis Ortiz. Just posted that little quick video for what happened, or I should say a little quick video, some content that I put on the page over there, so you can tune in if you'd like. But if not, you could watch it after the game. Oh boy, Luis Ortiz got knocked out, man. Deontay Wilder might be the hardest hitting, heavyweight in history. I mean, good lord, this is something. I would not want to get punched by that man. But back to football we go. Touchback, and the Rams defense coming onto the field, or I should say the Rams liability coming off to the field. Can they get a stop and help their team? Robert Griffin III on the field. Well, he's not on the field, but he's on the field. He'll probably, if things continue to play out like this, he'll get a snap at quarterback. It's only a matter of time. Matthew Partner put $1.99 on it. Says, thoughts on the current season of My Hero. Good Lord, I forgot the current season's even going on. I only saw the first episode like a month ago. Damn, I got to tune in. I completely forgot they're live. I got to watch it. I'll let you know. Next live stream. Come back in here Thursday. The Bears taking on the Lions at 12:30. I will be going live for that game. Ask me again. I should be caught up by then. I'll make sure I can catch up to answer that question. I completely forgot. The show was even live right now. I forgot that it was going back. But Ravens gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Hand off to Mark Ingram. Yet another first down on the ground for the Ravens. Something about this Baltimore Ravens team, they could just run all day. If you recall, in the first half, over 150 yards rushing. The Rams defense could not stop a soul. All right, I heard the cats that stormed the field and when the Giants played against the Cowboys, Dunn ran for 200 yards in the first half against the Ravens on the sidelines. And, against the Rams on the sidelines for the Ravens. And the Rams defenses could not stop that either. You got 1st and 10. 13:40 left on the clock in the third quarter. Lamar Jackson over the middle. First incompletion on the day with his pass to Willie Snead. He will not be perfect, but I'm sure he can still end with that perfect passer rating. Incompletion, setting up 2nd and 10. Greg Roman, his 7th season as the NFL offensive coordinator. 3rd team being with the Bills and I believe the 49ers. But 2nd and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. The Rams in desperate need of a stop here. Ravens lining up in an even sort of formation. Shotgun. No, it's going to turn into trips towards the left in motion. Pitch out to Mark Ingram. He's behind the line of scrimmage, what would pick up 2 yards to make it a positive play. The Rams once again fail to get a tackle for loss. I think they've only had 1 tackle for loss all day, and when they stopped Lamar Jackson for a loss of 6, I should say it was a loss. It should have been a loss of 6. It was only a loss of 4. But on the ground, the Rams, 19 yards. The Ravens, 186. Through the air, the Rams, 80. The Ravens, 78. Total yards, the Rams, 99. The Ravens, 264. First downs, the Rams, 9. The Ravens, 20. You've got to be kidding me. Ravens are absolutely decimating the Rams. 3rd and 8. Lamar Jackson over the middle. Wide open is Mark Andrews. Carries it into Rams territory down to the 25-yard line. Once again, they're inside the 25. Lamar Jackson flexing, looking over at RG3 saying, hey, get ready. You're fixing to come in the game on the next drive, because it's looking like already in the top of the 3rd quarter, it looks like the Rams might be dead, but somehow they're still getting pounded from behind. Absolutely ridiculous. Nobody's being covered whatsoever. The Rams defense is absolutely asleep. I can't even say they got off the bus because this is a home game. Nobody left their house. Nobody. From the 24-yard line for the Ravens. Motion man, hand off to, I believe that's Gus Edwards for a 2-yard pickup. The Rams frustrated, can't get anything done. Eric Weddle watching his older team do dirt against him, wishing that he could have partied with those guys on the field. Yes, this is a classic Power Ranger shirt. I absolutely love the Black Ranger and love Power Rangers over together. Or I should say over all together. I don't know why I said over. Second and 8. From the 22. Handoff, Gus Edwards, positive yardage once again, breaks a couple of tackles, picks up a Ravens first down, and that says everything about the Rams defense tonight. Piss poor effort, piss poor tackling, guys not understanding their assignment, their alignment, or their responsibility, and they're just moving the chains all doggone day. Justin puts 2 on it, says, love your work, bro. Do you read or watch One Piece? I watch One Piece. In fact, I watched an episode today. I am behind by 9 episodes. I just watched episode 901 today. So I got to catch up. Life have not kept me caught up on anime. 1st and 10, 10:44 left to play in the 3rd. Lamar Jackson, all kinds of time, gets rid of the football, but he's driven into the floor. It's going to be a 2nd and 10. And the man who drove him into the floor is hurt for the Los Angeles Rams. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong for Los Angeles. The Ravens, 4 drives today, 4 TDs. They were in the red zone 4 times, 4 TDs. You had a run in from Mark. Ingram. You had 3 passes from Lamar Jackson, 2 going to Marquise Brown, Hollywood, 1 on the ground from Mark Ingram, like I said earlier, and his final touchdown pass to Willie Snead. Can he get his 4th TD on the day, or will Mark Ingram get his 2nd? It was ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. You would have thought the Rams would have came out and fought, understanding the situation regarding them in the division. Hell, not even the division, the entire conference. The Rams aren't even in the playoffs right now. In motion goes Hollywood Brown. Trips to the left. Should have been a false start penalty. Pass over the middle, caught by Mark Ingram. 4th touchdown on the day for Lamar Jackson. 2nd touchdown on the day for Mark Ingram. And it's just looking too easy for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens as they take a 34-6 lead. Knowing Justin Tucker, he's going to kick it through the uprights. It's going to be good. It's 35-6. Going into the first opening drive for the Rams. Look at the pass protection, or I should say, look at the pass coverage here. Littleton, who's respected as one of the better pass covering linebackers in the league, gets absolutely defeated by Mark Ingram. No coverage. No coverage. You might as well call this Rams defense sprint. They got no coverage whatsoever. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's the top of the 3rd quarter, but it's looking like the Ravens are trying to take the dead Namekian to the funeral home because they're trying to put the nail in the coffin. Desmond Edmonds said it's free real estate. No, that's only for Patrick Mahomes. For Mark Ingram, yes, that was the left testicle. Or I should say that was the right testicle. The first touchdown was the left. The other one is the next touchdown will be the right. Or I should say the second was the right. He'll have his entire nutsack exposed if he scores a third time. You gotta be kidding me. Typical Gamer 2002 says the Rams defense is like Phillip Rivers condoms. You're absolutely right. They're good for nothing. They're never going to be used, and they ain't never going to do anything for you. You might as well put Robert Griffin III up in there, and he could slide with his terrible sliding techniques into the end zone and extend their lead. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Cannot get a stop. Cannot get a stop. The Rams defense absolutely failing them. Dave Harry says, who do I think is the MVP so far? I expressed earlier, I believe it is Lamar Jackson right now. Initially, I was rolling with Russell Wilson, but damn it, Lamar Jackson's balling, man. He is the reason why the Ravens are winning. Just like Russell Wilson is the reason why Seattle's winning, but damn it, Lamar's on a different level right now. Let's take a look at Twitter. Hoodie Zay says, Stephon Gilmore clamped Coop up. Next podcast, you got to give it to Mark Glover. You're absolutely right. I will. I intend to. And let me tell you something about the NFC East. Initially, I said that the Cowboys would win that division. Given they're only up a game on the Eagles, with 5 games left to play, the Eagles have 5 winnable games, and the Redskins twice. The Cowboys, they have 3 extremely tough games, or not really extremely tough games, but tough games nonetheless, and the Eagles still. You know what? I think the Eagles going to mess around and win this division, regardless of how bad they've been playing and how they've found ways to lose games. But Lamar Jackson on the day, 11 for 13, 4 TDs, and still over 80 rush yards, man. Dude's balling. He is balling tonight. He ain't missing a beat whatsoever, man. They cannot stop him. 1st and 10, 9:46 on the clock for the Rams, who trail by 29 points. Good Lord. Play action fake. As you know, they have to go. Good Lord. Caught by Higbee, but he's stopped by his offensive lineman who's just in the way. Pick up a 4. Lamar Jackson looking like the best quarterback out of last year's draft class. Hell, he's playing the best, and he's got the best record. He's balling. Good Lord, I'm not understanding why the hell I'm yawning. I'm not even tired. Jared Goff looking towards his right. Caught by Higbee. They're not moving the chains. It's going to set up 3rd and 2. Is there some sort of aroma that gets into the air that forces one to yawn? I'm very confused. I'm not sure what's happening right now. The matriarchal Adonis is in the kitchen cooking, so apparently maybe that's what's getting into my nostrils, getting me to yawn. Whatever the case may be, it's 3rd and 2. Jared, I look like Ryan Gosling Golf, takes the snap, looking to go down the field, but the pass is overthrown, headed towards Robert Woods. Turns out there's no N64 on the defense for the Baltimore Ravens. And one more look at that NFC playoff picture. Like I said, the Rams are on the outside looking in because the wild card spots are occupied by the Seattle Seahawks at 9-2 and the Vikings at 8-3. More importantly, I do not expect either of those teams to lose 5 games. Because of that, I believe the Rams will not make the playoffs. The Bears, I said they would not make the playoffs. They're at 5-6. All right, the Eagles at 5-6, but they don't have to get into the wild card. They will not get into the wild card. They will be the division leader because I think the Cowboys or the Eagles win this division at 8-8 or 9-7. The division winner in the NFC will either have an 8-8 record or a 9-7 record. Hell, you might just mess around and be the 7-9 team. This could be like the 2011 Seattle Seahawks. Yes. You go in there and yes, 7-9 team in the playoffs. I cannot envision a circumstance in which anybody in the NFC East does not lose at least 7 games. And I do not see the Eagles, only losing one more game moving forward. Although they do have a favorable schedule, but I don't know. Punt once again to the Ravens. And let me point something out to you. The Ravens have not punted this game. It's been all Ravens. Lamar Jackson's coming right back out to the field once again. This is going to be the murder. All right, they're all dancing. Everybody's all smiling, and everybody on the Rams sideline is wondering what the hell happened to our elite team. Let's go right back to Twitter. All right, Dylan Dunn says the refs have been too inconsistent. Absolutely. Gap Tooth Assassin says do a video about the Wilder fight. Well, I just did, brother. You must have just missed out on it. Bean says Chiseled Adonis, what do you think about AB to Baltimore? They don't need him. All right. Bitter Samurai says I would rather Nick Folk playing for my Chicago Bears than seeing AB have a job in the NFL. I know I'm crazy. Well, there it is. I mean, not wanting to have a job in the NFL, that's kind of, that's interesting, but I don't see it happening. All right, Fly Guy Gray 58 says the whole Ravens backfield must have took a Viagra before they came out to the field because they refused to go down. All right, Amir Singh says the Rams fans right now, stop. They're already dead. Absolutely. Kijafa Carter says the Rams may not be dead, but they're still getting fucked. Absolutely. Pisces Brooklyn says the Ravens are giving the Rams the Super Saiyan beats by Dre. Absolutely. Tyson says CJ2K should have won MVP in 2009. Peyton Manning had a sensational season. That Colts team was playing and firing on all cylinders. Remember, the Colts and the Saints both started 13-0. The Colts could have messed around and went 16-0 that season, but for some apparent reason, they decided, hey, we're not going to go for the undefeated. Let's worry about making it to the Super Bowl. But, I don't think CJ2K would have got it over Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was on another level that season. Mark A. Ackerman says, I feel bad if there's no return of the Mac in the playoffs. Hit the music. I wish there will be a return of the Mac in the playoffs. I think the Colts can make their presence, felt. If the Browns are able to sneak their way in there, maybe Mac Wilson can make some plays. Unfortunately for Chicago, you're not going to see anything from Khalil Mack. And in the chat room, we got $10 on it from Sean Boyette. Says they ought to move this game to Pornhub the way the game is looking because St. Louis is getting rammed like they're a Kardashian harlot in their prime. They ain't in St. Louis no more. You must have thought they were playing somewhere in St. Louis. It's not what's going on, but I'll tell you this much. There is a lot of necrophilia happening on that field. There's a lot. You might as well be in St. Louis. You might as well send them to St. Louis because what's happening on the field right now, that ain't it. That ain't it. Put them back where the hell they came from because they're not playing good in L.A. 1st and 10, 8:47 left to play in the third quarter. Handoff to Mark Ingram. Breaks another tackle, and he's down at the 29. Michael Vick in 2006 ran for over 1,000 yards. I believe he was the first to do it. He ran all over defenses. I believe this was the last season before he had gotten suspended in 2006. But Lamar Jackson ain't out here looking like discount Michael Vick. He's looking like a much more improved Michael Vick. Because this man is dynamic. The Ravens in the last two games have scored on 12 consecutive drives. Excluding QB kneels, because that shouldn't matter. Oh, but they took a kneel to end the game. They didn't score on that drive. Oh, ridiculous! Don't do that. But another first down pickup for Lamar Jackson's offense. You've got to be kidding me. The Rams. Oh boy, somebody go and attack Tauros. I think Tauros might just be in the dojo right now. The Rams are normal Pokemon dressed like Tauros. Halloween may have been last month, but apparently they're all dressed like Tauros. Go into Saffron City. Instead of going to the gym, they walked into the dojo. They find a bunch of Hitmontopps, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlees, and they getting their asses beat. There's a 5-yard pickup from Gus Edwards to the 39-yard line. All right, here we go. Booger McFarland talking to the people, but you don't want to listen to Booger McFarland. What you want to do is go to the Hot Mic app and mute, your television. Listen to your favorite commentator, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. Utilize that promo code Adonis. Download that app. It's absolutely free. And tune into the Hot Mic app. There we go. Play action fake. Lamar Jackson over the middle. He's got Mark Andrews, but he fumbles on the play. Oh, my Lord. The Rams may have done something, but the referees say it was an incomplete pass. If I'm the Rams, I would immediately throw a challenge flag on the floor after looking at this replay. There's the catch by Mark Andrews. He did not maintain possession. You know what? I can't say that's a football move. He was already on the turn. He did not take 2 steps. That's an incomplete pass. That's a good call. Great job by the referees. That's an incomplete pass. But it looks like the Rams may just challenge. Or was it well, I know the Ravens didn't challenge. Yeah, the Rams are challenging on the field to see if it's an incomplete pass. You know what? I think this was a decent, challenge, but I say it's incomplete. What do you guys think? Tweet at me. Comment in the chat room. What do you guys think? Golf looking like a liability right now. Absolutely. Hoodie Zay says, throw in the towel, man. Throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Game's over. Take the L out of lover. It's over, brother. Bitter Samurai says, I'm watching the Wilder versus Ortiz reaction you posted first and foremost. Why did you disappear and reappear like you're trying to instant transmission? Well, I always try to do a different introduction to hey, let me tell you something, all right? So every time I try to do those, I have to figure out a unique way to do it. So this time around, I never once, left the frame and came back into frame. So this is the first time doing it. Jamal says, new dreadlocks verse. Hair Chronicles 12 verses 3. In the book of Genesis, God said, let there be light. Trust in your power of dreadlocks. You shall put the defenders into fright. That's a decent verse. Decent verse. Not bad. All right, here we go. Oh, man. You've got to be kidding me. The Rams are getting destroyed. And why is it when I go look at my Twitter feed, the first thing I see is Antonio Brown resharing a post from the NFL saying 2 words to describe Michael Thomas's career thus far, consistently dominant, because he has 3 consecutive seasons with over 100 catches and 1,200 yards. All right, and if you look at the list, tied at number 3 is Herman Moore. I believe he was the old receiver for the Detroit Lions. Jerry Rice and Michael Thomas all have 3. Marvin Harrison has 4. And at the top of the list is Antonio Brown with 6. And Antonio Brown retweets with the curious face. Let me tell you something, Antonio Brown. Enough from the clown. That's all I got to say about that. A lot of people saying an incomplete pass. I don't see anybody saying it's a complete pass. No, I do see a couple people saying that was a fumble. I say it's a fumble. Mr. Spock, says it's 50-50. On Twitter, I'm not seeing anybody saying it's a fumble. It is an incomplete pass, and I believe the call on the field was upheld, as it should have been. I do not think that was a complete pass. It's 3rd and 4 for the Ravens. They have not punted all game, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and 4, trips bunch to the left. Lamar Jackson takes the snap, but it appears there's a false start on this play. On the offense, setting up 3rd and long. Finally, the Rams can be in a position in which this can look as if they can have some life. But as far as I'm concerned, there's still condoms in their rectal sphincter because the necrophilia has not stopped, because the Rams still are dead and still getting fucked. Look at the pass from Lamar Jackson here, though. Look at the pass right in the hole of the zone. Like, you've got to be kidding me, man. This guy is balling on another level. Bitter Samurai says, enough from the clown. Javier? Is it Javier? Is the J silent? Javier Ferreira says, who's worse, Booger or Grandpa Witten? I'd have to say Witten. Lamar Jackson finds Roberts to pick up the first down for the Ravens, and the Rams cannot get off the field defensively. You've got to be kidding me. This defense is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. They're like Obama's border security. Just let everybody in. Let everybody pick up the first downs. Ridiculous. Pisces Brooklyn says Ravens open holes wider than Thott's legs at the NBA All-Star Weekend. You're absolutely correct. 1st and 10 for Baltimore. 6 minutes left to play in the third. From the 49-yard line, hand off to Hill. He picks up what looks to be 2 yards, and there's another flag on the play. This most likely will either be a late hit, unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe a face mask, but it came in late. Javier. Yes, Brandon Black. It's most likely Javier. You're correct. The referee's deliberating, and it appears the call will be on the defense. No, it's on the offense. Illegal block in the back. Well, what do you know? It'll still be first down, but it's going to push the Ravens back. Good Lord, game might just be done altogether. Eric Weddle, first season with the Rams, 3 seasons with Baltimore, 6-time Pro Bowler. I never understood why he went to the Pro Bowl last year, though. That made absolutely no sense. The man had a subpar season. It was absolutely atrocious. That just shows that the Pro Bowl is a popularity party. Make the Pro Bowl great again. 3rd and 18. Handoff to Mark Ingram. There's the hole. He runs over. Oh, good Lord. He ran over Eric Weddle like it was nothing. Picks up a first down for the Ravens. They can't be stopped. Illegal block in the back, and then bam, you pick up the first down. It's ridiculous. They've gone over 200 yards on the ground once again. This team simply cannot be stopped on the ground. I'm not understanding why teams are not utilizing the blueprint that they learned from the Los Angeles Chargers in the playoffs last year. Put 7 D-backs in the box, all right? Put 7 D-backs in the box. Utilize some speed. To hell with the linebackers. The Ravens offense runs all day. Just stop these guys from running and force Lamar to have to play quarterback. Take away the outside speed by keeping those linebackers contained. Why don't people learn? Yes, Lamar has improved with passing the ball. Yes, he actually has more receivers to his disposal. But God damn it, man. Try to stop somebody. Tonight, Mark Ingram, 15 carries, 111 yards, and a TD, plus a 7-yard reception to boot. This man is killing the Rams defense. Lamar Jackson killing the Rams defense. Marquise Brown got 2 TDs. He's also killing the Rams defense. Everybody's killing the Rams defense. Turn on Madden right now. You don't even got to start a game. There's a team destroying the Rams defense in a simulation somewhere. Ridiculous. I saw a ton of big-nosed sheep get killed during these plays because the Rams getting absolutely destroyed. There was a flag on the play. Lamar Jackson thought the play was over. He got taken to the ground, but it appears this could either be a false start. Well, granted, if they wanted to stop the play altogether, it's either a false start or maybe it's a hold. Whatever the case is, I just know it's on the offense. Craziness, absolute craziness. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the Hot Mic app. If you're tuned in on Hot Mic, I truly do appreciate you for tuning in and listening to your favorite commentator, that being the Chiseled Adonis, live in Hold My Nugget Studios, rather than having to hear Booger McFarland and his people. All right? But if you're watching on YouTube and you have an Apple iPhone, or your mother has an Apple iPhone, your father has an Apple iPhone, your sister, your daughter, your brother, your grandma, it doesn't matter who it is. If they got an Apple iPhone, do me a favor. Grab their phone, download the Hot Mic app on the App Store. But I don't have any space. To hell with that. Delete your WhatsApp. Who you talking to? People overseas and sending videos of people being decapitated? What's wrong with you? That's stupid. Use your common sense. Download the Hot Mic app. Utilize the promo code Adonis. The app is absolutely free. Download the Hot Mic app and tune in to the Chiseled Adonis live, all right? Because on YouTube, it's delayed for about 45 seconds to a minute. On Hot Mic, we are synced directly with your TV, so everything is happening in real time. On YouTube, it's a bit delayed, so when you see a touchdown, you see me celebrating on YouTube, but it's a good minute after you already done saw it on your television. Lamar Jackson on the move once again. He gets tackled. No, he does not. Oh, yeah, he does get tackled. He went down to the ground at the 42-yard line. On 3rd down, I believe that was a first down, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that 2nd down? I was too busy out here promoting. I done missed what down it was. All right, Lamar Jackson tried to keep his balance, but his knee went to the ground. Let's see where they're going to spot him. Most likely at the 43. Most likely at the 43. But it's 3rd and 14. That's what it was. It was 2nd and long. Pardon me, it was not a first down. All right. 3rd and 14 from the 44-yard line. Lamar Jackson rolling towards his left. He's going to take off and be dragged down at the 38-yard line. And finally, the Rams get a stop. Finally. It only took you 42 minutes. It took them 42 minutes to finally get a stop. 4th and 9, the Rams will finally get the football back. I am shocked that this happened. I thought the Ravens were never going to punt. I thought they never were going to punt. And we got 377 in the room on YouTube. Feel free to click that like button. Let's see if we can get the likes up to 300. On Twitter, Hoodie Zay says they killing them like Brock did to Ray's son. Absolutely. That match yesterday, that father to son, father-son 619 was absolutely beautiful, man. I damn near got teary-eyed. I'm lying. I'm a grown man. I don't cry. Then again, that's a stupid thing to say. Grown man should cry. Express your emotions. All right? Don't listen to my dumb ass. All right? Goodbye. Tweets out. Los Angeles Rams need their backs. Need to pack their bags. Oh, he said back their bags. I'm sure you meant to say pack. All right? And go to fuck home. Take the L out of lover. It's over, brother. Wait a minute. Did Justin Tucker's on the field? Wait a minute. What is happening? There's a whole lot of stuff that's happening right now. The punt unit was out there, then the field goal unit was out there, and then the offensive unit was out there. It's 4th and 4. You're up by 29 points, 35-6. Nobody knows what the hell's happening. But the Ravens call a timeout. Javier says it's Javier or just Javi. All right, cool. I got you, brother. Bean says, did you record that video at halftime? That's some fast editing. Hitting him with the deal, stopping time. No, that's not. I recorded it before I actually went live. I mentioned it at the top of the hour at 8 that I was going to go and post it, but it was still processing as because while live streaming it slows down my processing of the video. So I decided, you know what, I'll rather just post it at halftime. But it does take me extremely fast to record videos because everything's unscripted. So because everything's unscripted, I just go, I turn on the camera, I say, all right, hit record, go. And what usually takes people about an hour to record a video, I can finish it in 5 minutes because all I do is just cut up myself when I'm speaking. Hence why sometimes when you see I go to take a breath, that's when you see a cut and it'll go somewhere else, because the very next line, instead of seeing that, oh, I must have paused and then came back, no, it's the exact same sequence in every video. So it's extremely easy for me to make recordings because everything's raw and uncut. Seamus Waters says, has McVay been figured out or are the Rams falling victim to the injury bug? You know what, a little bit of both. I'd say a little bit of both. Bitter Samurai says, wow, I did pick the Ravens to win, but God, I did not see nothing but murder. All right. Tyson says you should make a video about every team's weakness. Maybe I should. Is that something you guys would want to see? Amar Singh says, I'll take out Lamar Jackson now. Rams D won't accept the whole nutsack for far long until before some bad intentions come out. Those grown men have pride. You're absolutely right. Those people do have pride, and it's only a matter of time before, somebody goes out there and does something stupid. What you don't want to see happen is see Lamar Jackson get hurt when he has no business being in the game, especially after this sensational season that he had. All right, we saw was it week 12 in 2017 when Carson Wentz got hurt against the Rams? I think it was week 11. Whatever the case may have been, you don't want to see a quarterback who's on the verge of winning an MVP get hurt. That's not something that you want to see. But yeah, 35-6 is the score. 2:18 on the clock in the third quarter. 4th and 4 from the 33-yard line. The Ravens go for it, and they convert. They convert. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Just when you thought the Rams could get a stop, they don't. They finally got a stop on third down, and they get a conversion, or I should say they give up a conversion on fourth. Lamar Jackson rolling towards his right. He throws it to his man, what is that, Boyle? I think that was Boyle. To pick up the first down. You've got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. The Ravens' current drive, 11 plays, 60 yards, 7 minutes. Might I add, every single Ravens drive thus far has been taking up a ton of time. They're eating the clock, they're eating up yardage, and the Rams' offense cannot get anything done, let alone get on the field. More positive yardage. Gus Edwards picks up 1. This Rams defense is getting absolutely decimated, man. They're getting absolutely decimated. There is no chance for a comeback, in my opinion. It's over. It is absolutely over. Especially if Baltimore gets a touchdown here. Aaron Sherwood said this is just disrespect at this point. Absolutely. One look at the AFC playoff picture, all right? Your division leaders, the Patriots, the Ravens, the Texans, and the Chiefs. I believe the only thing that will possibly change is either the Texans or the Colts winning the AFC South, all right? And in the playoffs are the Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hand off to Gus Edwards. He picks up 3. Now, I'll say this much. In the hunt for the AFC wild card, you have the Titans, the Titans and the Browns, I believe. The Raiders as well. The Raiders at 6-5. The Titans are 6-5 as well. Let me just do a quick check just to make sure that they are. I believe that they are. They should be sitting at 6-5. And they're third in the AFC South. So there's no possible way that they can win the division. But damn it, they could possibly make that 6th seed. Lamar Jackson pass sidearm to Hollywood Brown, but still moving the chains for the first down. This is ridiculous. They're getting whatever the hell they want. Whatever the hell they want to end the third quarter. And they're going to go into the fourth inside the 10. Look at the beautiful pass from Lamar Jackson. Any questions about Lamar Jackson's ability is being punched out of the air. This man can straight up ball. The Rams can't make a stop whatsoever. I don't think they're going to get a touchdown at all. All right? But standings in the AFC, from where we stand right now, let me pull up the power rankings right now. I said power rankings. Let me pull up the standings right now. I feel like an old person on the phone. I'm using my index finger in order to maneuver around. But the standings in the NFL right now, in the AFC, you have New England, Baltimore, Buffalo, Houston. Right? No, I'm sorry, not Buffalo. Buffalo has 8 wins, but they're in the wild card because New England has 10. They're 10-1, and who the hell saw Buffalo being 8-3 at this point? Hell of a performance from those guys. But New England is your 1 seed. Baltimore is your 2 seed. Houston's your 3. Kansas City is your 4. I'll tell you this much. Kansas City got maybe 2 more losses in them because that defense will continue to fail. Those Gruden grinders could scheme and win that playoff, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Win that division, man. Honestly, they can. Those guys can scheme and win that division. Buffalo, I do not see them beating New England in that division. New England will hold and probably mess around and be that 1 seed. Baltimore will win the AFC North, although it's a 2-game spread between themselves and Pittsburgh. Because look at it like this. If Baltimore loses to the 49ers, they play Pittsburgh in Week 17. Most likely, Baltimore will have a playoff spot already clinched. However, they'll be playing if Pittsburgh doesn't lose again until Week 17, Baltimore will have to win the division. Because although they're a game apart, if Baltimore were to lose to San Francisco and Pittsburgh were to win out until Week 17, if Pittsburgh wins and runs the table, they would become the division leaders because there's a tie break. All right? But most likely, I don't see that happening. Baltimore most likely will hold on to that number 2 seed. And if the Patriots lose again and they have the same record as Baltimore, Baltimore is the 1 seed. All right? Kansas City at 4. And then in the hunt, you have Indianapolis at 6-5, Oakland at 6-5, Tennessee at 6-5, and then Cleveland at 5-6. In the NFC, the 49ers are the 1, the Saints are the 2, the Packers are the 3, Dallas being the 4, and then the 5 and 6 being Seattle and Minnesota. We'll talk about the NFC playoff picture after we see the Ravens mess around and get into the end zone. First and goal from the 8-yard line. For some apparent reason, the Rams cheerleaders are still here. Lamar Jackson, no time, throws the ball, and it's out of bounds to Marquise Brown. Yes, it is Marquise Brown. Pardon me. I thought I was going to say, his name is really Hollywood. But, yeah, good blitz from the Rams, but damn it, you should have did that early in the first 3 quarters. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous performance from the Rams. They're getting decimated. Robert Griffin III is getting ready because he knows the fourth quarter is his. Lamar Jackson takes the snap, second and goal, pass over the middle. Marquise Brown's hands just for decoration. Cannot hold on to the football. Should have been the 5th touchdown pass on the day. He's going to regret dropping that one. Hit him right in the hands. He tried to catch it with his body. That's what happens when you don't weigh 200 pounds and you play receiver in the NFL. For some apparent reason, you might start to get scared and say, hey, let me catch these footballs with my hands. Or I should say, let me catch this football with my body. Marquise Brown, 5 catches, 42 yards, 2 TDs. That could have been his 3rd. And if he caught that one, he would have exposed his entire nutsack on the Rams defense. Lamar Jackson rolling right, connects with Willie Snead. Snead dives towards the end zone. They say he never went out of bounds. It's going to be a touchdown, Ravens. 5th TD on the day for Lamar Jackson, and it appears the necrophilia continues. The Jeffrey Dahmer, the damn Ted Bundy necrophilia challenge continues in Los Angeles because the damn Rams may just be dead, but somehow they're still getting fucked as Willie Snead goes into the end zone, does not get down by contact for Lamar Jackson's 5th touchdown on the day. Snead's 2nd touchdown on the day. Everybody who has scored multiple times here today. Snead got 2. Hollywood Brown got 2. Mark Ingram got 2. And freaking Lamar Jackson got 5. This is ridiculous. That was a 17-play, 78-yard drive, 9 minutes and 4 seconds. Talk about no defense whatsoever. That's his 6th touchdown on the day. Pardon me. That is his 6th. Absolutely ridiculous. Massacre on Monday Night Football. Absolute massacre. Cannot be stopped. At all. At all. They are killing the Rams. No, he does have 5. What? They just told me he had 6 touchdowns. He only got 5. It's 5 TDs. I know what I was saying. Made me look like I'm crazy. 6 TDs. It is 5. Slasher says, why is he trying to sound like Stephen A. Smith? Who? Who's trying to sound like Stephen A. Smith? Me? That's new. I've heard that one before, but probably because people just don't know who to compare me to. But yeah, a 42-6, lead for the Ravens. I think it's about time you send in RG3, because what's even the purpose of keeping Lamar Jackson in there? The Rams are getting absolutely destroyed. You would think this would have been a good game coming into the season. But as the season goes, you see the Rams continue to underperform, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of people said last year was a fluke season. They're not playing good football whatsoever. Whatsoever. Let's see what Twitter world has to say. Hoodie Zay says, I think Mahomes can still make an MVP push. Am I crazy? I don't know, man. Mahomes got to throw for 30 touchdowns in 5 games if he wants to win the MVP over Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson. Hell, Michael Thomas can mess around and have a bid for the MVP, but he ain't going to get it the way Lamar Jackson's playing. Dylan Dunn, the Rams defense looked like my sex life in high school. Non-existent. Well, damn it, you and me too. Kajafa Carter says, I still want to see a compilation at the end of the year for Mark Fuck Out of Here Adrian Peterson and Adrian Fuck Out of Here Mark Ingram video. That would be epic. You know, perhaps I might compile all of the Mark Ingram and Adrian Peterson jokes for the past 3 years. Fly Guy Gray 58. That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. It's over, man. It is over. Mark Ackerman says Lamar against Jimmy G on week 13, highly offensive game or tough defensive game. You know what? I think the defenses will show up for both those teams. I think they will. Javier Ferreira says, do you plan on doing any collaborations with other content creators in the football world? Who knows? Only time will tell. Just a emoji face says, I can't wait to see this Monday Night Football commentary. Well, stay tuned. Tomorrow at 5. That guy, Dean, the necrophilia goes Hollywood. Absolutely. C.J. Lloyd says the Rams are Riley Reid and the Ravens are a group of black dudes who took her to the back room. Absolutely, because there's a whole lot of pounding going on. Pisces Brooklyn says Rams need a referee stoppage. Pimp down. Pimp 42. It's looking bad. It is looking bad right now. 14:35. This got to be one of the high school sort of situations where you just run the clock. Every single Baltimore possession thus far has been a TD. Every single possession over 3 minutes with the exception of the one right before halftime. Each over 7 plays, each resulting in a TD. They simply could not be stopped. If you're a Rams fan, might as well head for the rafters. Game is over. Game is over. 14 minutes left to play. Goff takes the snap. Looking to go deep. Pass overthrown to Robert Woods. This is a game in which you stat your pads. Stat your pads. This is a game in which you pad your stats. That's hilarious. Stat your pads. I should write that down. I don't know what I'm going to do with stat your pads. But yeah, game is pretty much done. Somebody mentioned I should do a collaboration with Urinating Tree. I was on the Dumpster Fire live stream, I think a month ago, following the Steelers and Dolphins. Yes, I was on the live stream with 5 Point Vids and Dumpster Fire. I'll probably tune into one of their live streams on another Tuesday when I get that opportunity. Goff rolling right, pass incomplete, throws it to the Rams Super Bowl this side of the millennium. Unfortunately, there was nobody there. There's a flag on the play, laundry on the field. The referees coming together to deliberate once again to figure out what happened. Marlon Humphreys not feeling good about not getting there on the blitz. Illegal contact on the defense. It appears it's going to be an automatic first down for the Rams. But does this matter? Not at all. The Ravens defense on the day versus star quarterbacks. They held Russell Wilson to 1 TD, 1 INT, Brady to 1 TD, 1 INT, and I believe that was Lamar Jackson to 0 TDs and 1 INT. Jared Goff passing towards his left. He's got Cooper 2 girls, 1 cup for a 9-yard gain. At first, I thought they had the pie line there. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Is this Mexico? Like, you could score before you actually get into an NFL end zone? Or was that London? No, maybe it was Canada. Where was the location where there was playing on an 80-yard field? You guys let me know. Or actually, it was a 100-yard field because the NFL field is 110, 120 actually. 2nd and 1, pass incomplete going towards Cooper Kupp as Jared Goff got leveled by Matthew Judon, whatever the case may be. Rams getting killed. The Rams are getting killed. I'm watching a murder on live television, man. Oh, my Lord in heaven. 3rd and 1, the Rams somehow pick up the first, but who cares? There's 13 left on the clock. This is going to be one of those Monday Night Football games that end before 11 o'clock. Dump off to Todd Gurley. No gain on the play. In fact, this could mess around and be a loss of 1, but the referees are just going to say it's no gain. As the Ravens continue to pound away at the Rams. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line in Ravens territory. Jared Goff takes the snap, looking towards his right. Pass intercepted by Marcus Peters. Remember, he was traded by the Rams earlier in this season. He wants 6. He cuts back towards the left, does not get proper blocks. He returns it to the 35-yard line. He gets his former team back, intercepts the ball, ends that Rams surge. They're headed into the end zone to go celebrate as a team. And more importantly, he's going to stick it to his former fans. Throws it into the end zone, and there they are posing, letting them know, hey, man, we run this town. Good Lord in heaven. Pushing the cameraman all doggone day. The Rams can't do anything. The Rams cannot do anything. Somebody unplug their controller. Send help. Somebody call the goddamn EMTs. The Rams are dead. They can't stop a soul. They can't move the ball. They can't stop a run. They can't complete a pass. They can't stop a pass. They can't stop the run. These guys playing like garbage. They're like ice cream in the middle of Arizona in the hottest summer of July. They can't do anything. They're melting, falling apart. Their defense is like Grimer. Everybody gets through. It's terrible. Just garbage. Absolute garbage. They're like Team Rocket on every episode of Pokemon. Just straight up getting blasted away. They can't do anything. They're like a freshman at a sorority during homecoming. Somebody's going to get pounded. It's not going well for the Rams. They're not doing good whatsoever. It's a gangbang on Monday Night Football, and Baltimore is out here taking off condoms, hitting it raw, up the butthole, sideways, no Vaseline. Rams getting killed. There are Rams getting killed. Animal on animal abuse. I heard Trump just passed a law making animal, cruelty a federal crime. Damn it. Did somebody get Peter on the phone? Maybe Rams need to be considered a federal crime too. Well, it is animal cruelty, but it's happening at the hands of other animals. What is happening here? The Rams controller not even plugged in. Hell, they don't even got the console on. Did they even purchase the console? Todd Gurley got dreadlocks, could do nothing. Jared Goff looking like Ryan Gosling and Remember the Titans. He's a liability. Robert Woods, nobody turned on the N64. No defense, got lost in the woods. Tyler Higbee, he did a whole lot of nothing. All right. Gerald Everett, well, he might as well go to Everest College. The way that he was playing today, he might as well go get a college degree and pursue a different sort of career. Brandon Cooks, I came back from injury. Well, my mom loves to cook. Well, get ready for Thanksgiving. You're not getting no dinner for your performance. Terrible. Defense, nobody showed up. Aaron Donald out here, I got all these trophies and nobody's helping me. Garbage. Straight up garbage. The Ravens going to find the end zone. They're going to put 49 on the board. Look at the pass from Jared Goff. He thought he had Peters beat. Peters said, no, give me that. One hand. Look at the snag. One hand. Look at the cheerleaders on the sideline. No. No. Peters is celebrating. He had 7 tackles. If Peters is your leading tackler, you know you're going to win. You know you're going to win. If you're a team that allows Marcus Peters to be the leading tackler, you know you're going to lose. Gus Edwards picks up 4, setting up 3rd and 2. Robert Griffin III, his 2nd season with the Ravens, his 3rd NFL team. He was the 2012 Rookie of the Year. What does that mean? There will be no more Lamar Jackson. The Ravens' last 2 games, 11 TDs, 2 field goals on the last 13 drives. They have scored on every single drive outside of taking a knee to win the game, or I should say solidify the game. RG3 hands the ball off. Gus Edwards, oh, he might be participating in the Frank Costanza challenge on 3rd and 2 because, he stopped short. Only picked up 1. 4th down, it appears that the Ravens might just mess around and punt. But for some apparent reason, Robert Griffin III is still on the field. Lamar Jackson in his Monday Night Football debut. 15 for 20, 169 yards, 5 TDs, 95 rush yards. This man owned them. And Lamar Jackson got one of the oddest, he got one of the most odd facial structures I've ever seen in my life. This man's head, he looks like, the Rocky, not the boxer Rocky, but from Family Guy. Remember Rocky, whose face like broke out, but they jaw with some. Lamar Jackson got a strong jaw, man. On 4th and 1, the Ravens go for it, and it appears they're going to give it to him. The referees are going to give it to him. I would say bring out the chains and measure it. They're going to give him a 1st down. If I am the Rams, I'm challenging this call. Let's take a look from the suicide cam. Gus Edwards, you know what? I think he he passed that line. That's a 1st down. The Ravens on the season on 4th down, they're 13 for 17. John Harbaugh doesn't want to punt today. That's all he's saying. I don't want to punt today. Punter, have a day off. We're going to give you a bonus. Keep your legs for when you're in the bedroom. Hand off to Justice Hill. He goes nowhere. Setting up a 2nd and 10, but that clock is running. Somebody said that Lamar Jackson looks like R-Truth. Well, you got a point. What's up? Mark Ingram on the sideline. He don't need to say nothing. 281 rush yards on the day for the Ravens. How much for the Rams? 22. 160 pass yards for the Ravens. How much for the Rams? 125. 400 plus total yards for the Ravens. How much for the Rams? Under 200. 33 minutes of time of possession. How much for the Rams? 16. They played garbage today. Put them in a Glad commercial. They're trash. You're going to get an unnecessary roughness call on the on Dante Fowler. This man just did not hear the whistle. But there's a flag coming in, a hold on the offense. It might just be offsetting penalties if they take into account what happened. The referee looks very confused. He keeps going like this. He might be trying to summon a genjutsu. Somebody keep an eye on that referee. This can turn into some sort of penalty that gives the Rams 35 points. All of a sudden, they're only down by 1 with an opportunity to get the ball back. Oh, no, he only called it on a hold. All right. There's no genjutsu. At least we can only hope. Baltimore Ravens remaining schedule, playing against the 49ers next week, who are 10 and 1. Then have the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, who are 8 and 3. Then they're playing against the Jets, the Browns, and the Steelers. All these games, winnable games. All right, especially those final 3. Robert Griffin III going deep. He's got, oh my Lord in heaven, they ain't even cover him. But the pass is caught. Yes, it is caught. It is caught on 3rd and 8. Even Robert Griffin III is moving the football, connecting with Boykin. Look at the catch. Full extension. Did not really control the ball in the air, but his buttocks touched the ground inside the 10, moving the Baltimore drive inside that 10, and the Rams fans inside the stands continue to wonder, man, why the hell we suck so bad tonight? His buttocks touched down at the 13-yard line. Miles Boykin, 2 catches, 54 yards. Hand off to Gus Edwards. He would move for 2 positive yards. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. Everybody can play against this Rams defense. I'm calling up Betty White tomorrow. I want to see if she's available, if she'd like to start for the 49ers. Well, not the 49ers, because the 49ers playing against, the Ravens, so that wouldn't be a good idea. Whoever the hell's playing the Rams next week, I'd like to see Betty White line up at quarterback and see how much yards that she got. In the red zone this particular game, the Rams are 0 for 2 in touchdowns. They had to settle for field goals. The Ravens are 6 for 6. RG3 over the middle connects with Roberts, but the pass is broken up by Jalen Ramsey. Great play by him, but damn it, your team's getting smacked. You can't even feel good about you making a play. Jalen Cummings in the chat room says, what's up, Chiseled, my boy? What's going on, brother? I mean, good Lord, these people getting killed. Mac Miller could come on the field right now, and he would do better than the goddamn Rams. And he's too busy being dead. Rest in peace, brother. It was an unfortunate loss. Kind of took it too far. All right, 3rd and 9. RG3 calls a timeout. But damn it, everybody can, play better than the Rams tonight. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Nobody here in Los Angeles is able to stop anybody from Baltimore. You've got to be kidding me. Let's take a look at what's happening on Twitter world. All right, Hoodie Zay says, let's get your thoughts on the NBA season so far. Well, I don't consider the NBA season whatsoever until after the All-Star break, but thus far, my Miami Heat look very well. The Clippers in Los Angeles, the Clippers and the Lakers both look very good. Houston looks better than they were last year. The Clippers at full force is something scary. The Bucks, Giannis is, looking like he's improved. But as far as I'm concerned, it's far too early to have a real opinion about it. Gap Tooth Assassin says throw in the towel. Jamal says, Adonis, your personal opinion on each division. Which team is the weakest link in each division? All right. That should be an easy one. Let me pull up the divisions. Okay. Each division, what are the weakest links in each division? I'd go off the top of my head, but I just don't want to end up missing some or staying stuck on somewhere. All right. In the AFC East, Miami, no question. In the AFC North, Cincinnati. In the AFC South, Jacksonville. In the AFC West, Denver. In the NFC East, Washington. In the NFC North, Detroit. In the NFC South, Atlanta. Slowly could be Tampa, but Atlanta. NFC West, Arizona. That was easy. Put me in a Staples commercial. That was easy. Lorenzo Martinez, 51 to 42 Rams. All right. That's me releasing you from this genjutsu that you happen to put yourself in. That ain't happening. David Radler, who is a Ravens fan, says, LJ, Lamar Jackson claimed that Jackson 5. Absolutely. I think I should play some Jackson 5 on his 5th touchdown. Dylan Dunn says, my wife and I love your commentary vids. We are sore at the end. I appreciate that. I would hope you're sore from the laughter and not from utilizing a cordial appointment while I'm, have my jokes on the television. But, of course, we ain't talking about that right now. Pisces Brooklyn, Rams playing prep school ball and the Ravens playing hood ball. Melrose plays versus Compton. Absolutely. And watch how the Ravens find their way into the end zone. 3rd and 9 for RG3. They might end up having to settle for a Justin Tucker field goal here. But RG3 takes the snap. He's got some protection, but he steps up in the pocket and he gets sacked by Brockers. And finally, there's a stop on 3rd down, and we're going to see Justin Tucker go out there and try to sing Ave Maria. He's going to put out some opera songs out there. He's only missed 1 field goal on the season. 19 for 20, his longest being 51 yards. 34-yard attempt. This is easy for him. Kicks it through the uprights. It's good. 45-6 lead. 39-point lead for the Baltimore Ravens. All of the starters are being taken out. I don't see a Bulbasaur, a Charmander, a Squirtle, a Totodile, a damn Cyndaquil, a Chikorita. I don't see a Mudkip. I don't see a Torchic. I don't see a god damn it, what was the a Trico out there? And I'm gonna stop at the Generation 3 because I couldn't tell you who the damn starters were for the 4th one. All I know is Puplip, Chimchar, and what was the grass one? Cannot remember. Turtwig, something Twig. Whatever the case was, there's no starters on the field for the Ravens. You get where I was trying to go with this. You're trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh? There's no starter packs. All of the starters are gone. Ridiculous. The Rams are garbage. They can't stop a soul. One more look at what's going on in Twitter world. All right. I only say that because OJ is such a good follow. All right. Tyson says it was Canada. Yes, it was with the short field. Amar Singh says, good God, if Goff is $100 million QB, what the hell is Lamar Jackson worth? If Goff is $100 million, somebody just rob Kylie Jenner and give the money to Lamar Jackson. That's how much this man is looking like he's worth right now. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I do see a Jigglypuff. It might just be in my house because I'm not tired, but I'm yawning. Dylan Dunn says Red Ranger versus Black Ranger. Who wins? Red Ranger. You know, plot armor. Red Ranger's going to win. Goodbye, says Jared Goff, the liability. Absolutely. Hoodie Zay says Marcus Peters just said, screw you guys. I'm going home. Indeed he is. Dylan Dunn once again says Ravens are the iceberg and the Rams are the Titanic. I beg to differ. I would say, you know what? The Ravens are in their way. Because initially I was going to say, why don't you reverse it? But you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Because ultimately the Titanic sinks. And the Rams are sinking. They're drowning like Sonic when he's getting ready to die in the green zone. Is there water in the green zone? I'm not sure. I can't remember back to the old Sega games. Whatever the case is, it's 6:35 left to play in the game. RG3 is now starting at the quarterback, and damn it, they're getting, or I should say they're destroying the Rams. Lamar Jackson versus notable defensive coaches. Pete Carroll, 143 pass yards, over 100 yards on the ground in the TD. Bill Belichick, 163, 61 yards and 3 TDs. All right, Romeo Crennel, 222 yards and a TD. All right, and then I guess now playing against, Wade Phillips, 5 TDs. Just murdering these defensive coaches, man. Jeffrey Jefferson asks, do you hate the Ravens? No, I don't. I'm not one of those people who's a Steelers fan who just hates teams. As I said countless times, the only team that I dislike in the NFL is the New York Giants, and that is only because of their Giants fan base and me being a native New Yorker. Pass over the middle from Jared Goff to Higbee. He'd pick up a Rams first down, but who the hell cares? All right, but as I said, the only team that I dislike in the NFL is the New York Giants, because being a native New Yorker and having to hear Giants fans sound as if they're going to the Super Bowl every year between 2003 to 2011, they did go 2 times, but every time they would start 5-2 or 6-2 and then absolutely crumble to close out the month of October and November and somehow sneak their way into the playoffs or try to fight to possibly get a playoff seed every single year. And this inconsistency and the failure of their fans to see it, or let alone even call it out, I could not stand that. And at a young age, I said, yeah, I can't stand these guys. I dislike these guys. So the only team that I dislike in the NFL really is the New York Giants. I have nothing but respect for every other team. Well, not really the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't really respect the Bengals that much because of their fights with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But, of course, now the Knuckleheads have since left. That rivalry has completely died down. So I don't really have any ill will towards the Bengals. Timothy says you should include Exodia Obliterate. You know what? I might just have to. On the season, Lamar Jackson, 67 completion percentage, over 2,000, and 700 passing yards. Man is killing. Jared Goff on the season, 2,900 passing yards, but 11 TDs and also 11 INTs. 3rd and 19. The Rams participating in the Frank Costanza challenge because they'd pick up only 9 yards and they stop short. Teal City Sports says, what about the Jets? I actually like the Jets. I have no issues with the Jets. Fly Guy Gray 58 says, someone turn on Ice Cube, no Vaseline. That guy Dean says, Lamar Jackson to the Rams defense. Room, absolutely. Trafalgar Law, okay? Man's out there. Mr. DJ says, Lamar Jackson worth $200 million. Hoodie Zay says, I think I saw X score on the I think I saw X score on the Rams. That's hilarious. Remember, the Rams, or I should say the Ravens, have not punted this game. Pisces Brooklyn in Wycliffe voice, somebody please call 911. Game is done. Rams fans are drop kicking their TVs, according to Lorenzo Martinez. Simon Lerk, I think that's how I pronounce it. Leak. Damn it, I'm not even going to try. From Simon on Twitter. The Rams are dead. Time to say goodbye. Tommaso Ciampa. Absolutely. Just wave at him. For the Rams, go home. Go home. Hoodie Zay. If golf is $100 million, how much is Mahomes? Double that. Desmond Edmond says, can we agree that the Rams got caught in the infinite Tsukuyomi before the game? Absolutely. In fact, it's an Inzanagi loop because the Ravens keep scoring touchdowns and the Rams cannot get out of that genjutsu. Kajafa Carter says, talking about a native, it's like that here in Pittsburgh with the fans here, not all of them, but most that's coming from a Seahawks fan. I can imagine, especially being a Seahawks fan, having to hear the trash talk that you must have gotten after Super Bowl 40. That must have sucked. I'll say this much. Super Bowl 40 was one of those boring Super Bowls. And I get why Seahawks fans feel like they were screwed over by the referees, but there was only 7 accepted penalties. Now, granted, that's not to downplay, the calls from the refs that particular game, but the Seahawks just did not play their game that game. Pittsburgh controlled the clock. They controlled, the game, and that pass interference to open up the game. I think it was was it Jackson? It was Jackson who caught the early touchdown, but it got called back for offensive pass interference. I get why you'd be salty about that. I get it. But I think Stevens dropped a pass that could have been a touchdown. Jeremy Stevens dropped a pass that could have been a touchdown. There was a lot of things in that particular game that Seahawks did not do good. But God, the sports fans altogether are just ugh. Sports fans altogether are just, wow, the Ravens are actually going to punt. The Ravens are actually going to punt. I am shocked. Who would have saw this coming? But, of course, it got nothing to do with Lamar Jackson. It's RG3 out there. Timothy says the Rams are Kurenai trying to do a Genjutsu on Itachi. Genjutsu of that level does not work on me. Absolutely. Good Lord, this game is pretty much over. Hoodie Zay says they dancing on their goofy asses. Absolutely. Finally, the Rams get an opportunity to get a punt. If I'm them, I just want to get a touchdown on the board. And they're going to be fielded inside the 15 at the 14-yard line with 3:09 left to play. They're going to come out and try to pass, but everybody knows it's going to be a 3-and-out, and next possession, game is over. Next week, we've got Seattle taking on Minnesota. That's going to be a very, very good one. All right, both teams in the wild card doing battle. More importantly, I think it's in Seattle, and Kirk Cousins, hey, he's been balling. He's been playing very well after the struggles early in the season. I'm excited for that game. Jared Goff looking towards his left. He's got Cooper Kupp. He does not pick up a first down, but he does get out of bounds to stop that clock. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Second and 1, Jared Goff over the middle, connects with Higbee, picks up a first down to the 30-yard line, clock still running. For the Rams, who've done nothing offensively yet to get into the end zone, Jared Goff struggling. Takes the snap, 1st and 10, connects with Cooper Kupp once again, out of bounds. Second down, Cooper Kupp was mic'd up all game, but damn it, he ain't do nothing. Second and 8, pass to Higbee once again, could not pick up the first down, no gain on the play. Carr with the stop. 2:16 left to play. This will go to the 2-minute warning. Might as well start puffing your pillows right now because this game is over. It is 11:02. Unfortunately, the game is not over by 11. But I'm telling you right now, there's no chance of comeback for the Rams. If there's a Rams fan out there who's optimistic, anything can happen in football. It's not over till it's over. It's over. It's over. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Game is done. Game's done. It's over. Take the L out of love it. It's over, brother. Game's finished. The Rams are done. Stick a fork in them. Put them on a Thanksgiving table. Chew them up. They got killed. Murdered. It's hunting season. We hunting Rams. Shooting them. They got shot. Because the Ravens took the dead Namekian to the mausoleum. They put the nail in the coffin. Game done. Jefferson says, am I making a video tonight? I already made a video. Oh, you must be asking about the highlights. No, for primetime games, Sunday night football, Monday night football aren't posted after the game. They're posted on Tuesday in the afternoon. You must be a new subscriber, but that's how it works. Thursday night football, I think it's a disservice to go and record the commentary for the game after the game and post it directly after when you're going to get it up at like 1 a.m. What's the purpose of that? Who's going to be awake? You're doing yourself a disservice. Just do it tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. We got the live stream, the premiere going live at 5. I'm not sure if I'm going to be here for the premiere, but it will be up. So you guys who will be in the chat room, tune in, converse with each other. But yeah. I'm not doing the commentary tonight. I'll do it in the morning, and most likely, given there's necrophilia in both games, it should be a quick video that's over, extremely fast. So you should see the notification for the premiere up by at least noon, and then from that point, just tune in at 5 p.m. and it's gonna go live on Facebook. You can't premiere anything on Instagram, but and also here on YouTube. Pisces Brooklyn on Twitter says Rams getting beat worse than a speed bag in a boxing gym. Absolutely. Hoodie Zay says it's Wabbit season. Lamar Jackson. Absolutely. Mark Ackerman says Star Trek Kirk Cousins can make an upset against Russell No Westbrook Wilson next week. That is an interesting way to come up with nicknames. Not my nicknames, but I like them. Amir Singh says, Chiseled Adonis yelling, go to sleep to Americans while I'm sitting watching at 4 a.m. in the UK. Well, damn, that is love. You up at 4 a.m. in the UK. Do you not have work in the morning? Well, then again, the UK probably got some different sort of schedules. What if the UK start work at 4 in the morning? What if you're actually getting ready to go to work? These are things that you can answer with a tweet back at me. But I'm over here speculating what you're doing up at 4 a.m. This man could possibly be an adult escort. What if he's into, the prostitution ring? What if he's running a prostitution ring? What if his co-partner in this prostitution ring is Robert Kraft? What if Robert Kraft is watching this as along with him in Australia? That would be very intriguing. We'll find out after these messages. 4th and 8. Jared Goff takes the snap. Looking over the middle, connects with Robert Woods. Apparently, the Ravens turned on the N64. Or I should say, much to their chagrin, the N64 was turned on, and they got lost in Woods. He's still fired up. He's still trying to fight. He's still trying to get yards. He's still trying to get into the end zone. But evidently, it don't matter, because will this help the Rams come back and win? Absolutely not. 1st and 10. 1:40 left on the clock. Looking towards the right, he's got Robert Woods once again. This man is fired up. He's got all of the spunk, all of the tenacity to continue to try to keep it going. 45-6 is the score if you were not aware. 1:36 on the clock. Robert Woods, 6 catches, 97 yards. From the 22-yard line. Trips formation to the left. Motion man being Robert Woods going towards his right. Jared Goff in shotgun formation. Takes the snap on 2nd and 2, looking towards his left. Pass Not caught by Cooper Kupp. He's got Butterfingers intercepted. Jimmy Smith, there's the dagger. Game over. The Ravens took the dead Namekian to the mausoleum. They put the nail in the coffin. Yet another interception while near the red zone for the Rams. They will get no touchdown. Another turnover in favor of the Ravens. Everybody going by the end zone. Everybody's taking a photo together. Damn Baltimore people are jizzing as we speak. I can hear people ejaculating all goddamn afternoon, all night, stemming from Baltimore. Ravens fans may engage in coital activity right after the game. Rams fans might just be on suicide watch. Somebody stop the sale of nooses, because people in Los Angeles are probably on Amazon as we speak. They're getting their butts whooped. Jared Goff out here buying Apple turnovers shortly before Thanksgiving, throwing more picks than a fight and an Afro Fest. It is ridiculous what we saw on this game. Lamar Jackson is the first player in NFL history with 3,000 pass yards, 1,500 rush yards in the first 2 seasons, 50 rush yards, 4 passing TDs in consecutive games, 5 TDs Monday Night Football debut. The only person to do this, or I should say the first person to do this. But what we did see was the Rams step out on the field, engage in some necrophilia, getting their asses whipped. All right, get it? Whipped. They out here looking like, what was it, Bart Gunn against Butterbean at WrestleMania 15. Just getting knocked out. Aaron Sherwood puts 199 on it, says the Dolphins would put up a better fight than this. You goddamn right. Los Angeles Rams on Jeffrey Epstein watch. It's ridiculous. The Baltimore Ravens have a bigger presence in Los Angeles than the Los Angeles Rams do. This is one of the issues with having Los Angeles football teams. It is not a football town. There is no loyalty, because every single game will be an away game for your team. You saw it when Pittsburgh traveled to take on the Chargers. You see it when Baltimore traveled to take on the Ravens. The bottom line is you saw the Rams get their asses whipped 45-30. Pardon me, 45-6, a 39-point victory. The Rams dreamed they could have 30-some points, but that was not the case. They went to sleep. They woke up this morning saying, ooh, it's Monday Night Football. It's prime time. The entire world will be watching. We coming out to kick somebody's ass, only to get their asses kicked. It was a genjutsu from the start. Imagine the Lord waking you up this morning, letting you go out, get yourself a good breakfast. They took a sniff of their morning tea, took a sniff of their morning coffee. It had good smell, flavor. Then they went out, went to the gym, started clanging and banging, clanging and banging. They spent time with their families because they were at home. They went over to the facility, talked about what transpired this past week, talked about what their plans were for next week after the game, said, hey, I can't wait till Baltimore steps on that field. We gonna go do this. We gonna take care of business. Then what happened? You stepped on the field, got your asses whipped, and now you gotta go home and lay on the damn couch. Sit on your bed. Lay on the side of your bed, looking in the mirror, singing some Case. Standing here looking out my window. Nights are long and my days are cold, 'cause I don't have you. You know what they don't have? They don't got a W. They don't got a W, but I tell you what they do have. They've got to take out their Metro cards and get aboard the L train. Or is it this? L train. Whatever the L they got to get on, they getting their asses whipped. That's all I know. They might as well, they lucky they're not in the death note after this performance. Terrible, terrible performance. You've got to be kidding me. That's how the black man throws and runs the football. You're damn right, Dave Harry. That is what Lamar Jackson did. Somebody put Steve Austin in blackface and make the, you know what, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not a good idea. We live in very sensitive times. NA says $5 on it. Said the Ravens coming for them cheeks. Necrophilia on the field. We can't stop, won't stop, don't even know how to stop. You're damn right, Martin Luther King discount. Martin Luther King. They out there killing people. The L train's filled with Thanksgiving food. If you saw the video, people were in New York decided, hey, let's go on the L train and put a bunch of tables out here with Thanksgiving food and act as if they're not laced with malaria. Whatever the deal may have been, the Rams got their asses whipped. And that's the damn bottom line. And that ain't a prediction. It's a spoiler. It's not a threat. It's a guarantee. I'm not just sure. I'm HIV positive. You go hepatitis C, the rectal sphincters get stretched open, get gaped. If you're a Los Angeles Rams, player or fan, this was not a good game for the Rams. Nobody should be using Rams whatsoever. If you're a Dodge dealership, stop selling Dodge Rams. If you own a Dodge Ram, get it off the road. Because Rams do not look good whatsoever. Terrible. Shin David 07 puts 2 on it, says Nick Folk scored more points than the Rams. Sadness. You're absolutely right. You let Nick Folk score more than you? I might just have to say that tomorrow. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You've got to be kidding me. Get your asses whipped like this and you're the defending NFC champion? For shame. For shame. Take their shoulder pads away. You don't get to play football anymore. Well, until next week. But still, garbage. Absolute garbage. Responding to these tweets, and then I'll give the shout out to everybody in the chat room. Thank you guys, and then I'm going to head out and head to sleep. All right, Hoodies A says, bruh, I heard the Rams summoned Shenron, asked him to fix them. He said it's not in his power. You're damn right. You can gather the Dragon Balls right now. I can guarantee you this much. You're not fixing to see the Rams go out there and score no points. Lone Revolver 1 puts 5 on it. Says, Jared Goff, put your head back down, you damn bum. You're damn right. He is a bum after his performance tonight. Daquan says, give the Rams fans free rehab sessions after this loss. You're damn right. They should get free rehab sessions. Kajafa Carter says, do the voice when mentioning Nick Folk. I would, but I'll do it on the video tomorrow. Bitter Samurai says, ladies and gentlemen, our first live local Negro Pandas moment. Well, there it is. Perhaps that is the first live one. Andrew says, 2 necrophilia games, Packers and Rams were dead, but somehow still getting fucked harder than any game I've seen in the past few years. Well, it was, oh boy, they was getting destroyed. All right. Then finally, Bitter Samurai says, imagine these Ravens against the Bengals. It would be bad. In fact, we saw that a couple weeks back. Simon says, Demos and the cult of Cosmos are destroying the poor Rams like nothing. R.I.P. Rams. Ravens flock. Rams are brutalized. Really ridiculous. Unacceptable. I mean, they're getting their asses whipped. Let's do one last look at everybody in the chat room, and I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the 2019 NFL Week 12 Monday Night Football. Baltimore Ravens traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Los Angeles Rams in Week 12. Game highlight commentary live on Hot Mic and also on YouTube. Do me a favor, if you have not already, or you know somebody who has an Apple iPhone, although the stream will be coming to an end, for future reference, because this Thursday I will be live for the Bears taking on the Lions at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, and whatever other time they happen to be is the first game of Thanksgiving. I will be live in Hold My Nugget Studios. Download the Hot Mic app. Use the promo code Adonis. It's absolutely free. All right, tune in. Tell a friend to come and tune in. You don't got to listen to Joe Buck. You don't got to listen to Troy Aikman. You don't got to listen to Booger McFarland. You don't got to listen to Jim Nance. You don't got to listen to Chris Collinsworth. Now, here's a guy. You don't got to listen to any of these commentators on commentary. You can hear the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. But that has been your live stream. Let's shout out everybody who's been here from the start. The comedic genius YT, I appreciate you. Nicholas Spruge, I appreciate you. Levi Wright, Dominic Alaman, Robert Hazel Jr., I appreciate you. PR for Prekins, I appreciate you. Hobo Steve, I appreciate you, Hobo Steve. All right, it's fixing to come in right now. But Limitless Range, all right, Jugaloo Crad, Jalen Cummings, Mr. Spock, Bryce Smith, Kamani Thompson, Dr. W, Candace Leach, all right, Desmond Edmond, Kyle Crudabadge, whatever the hell is pronounced. But Kyle, I appreciate you. Always here, always showing love. Comment God, Douglas Pulley, Amar Singh, Scorpion King 116. All right, Dominic Brown, The Real Nate, the Optimus Prime, Unknown Savage. All right, every single person who was in the stream. We've got 340 likes. We've got 263 likes. Everybody on Hot Mic as well. I want to give a quick shout out to you guys as well. But everybody who tuned into the stream, I truly do appreciate you guys for coming and rocking with me as long as we were live. Hayton Nate, Dark One Undead, Jarvis Layton, Timothy Swinwell, Robert Hazel Jr. put 5 on it. I appreciate you. Dave Harry, True Clark, Jugaloo Crad, Squire Simpson, True Clark once again. I will keep doing me. Thank you so much for supporting me. Megaloo Pro. Pros, I appreciate you too. Z Player. Every single one of you guys who tuned into the stream and told a friend. I had somebody stop me on the street yesterday and said, hey, they tuned into the stream. They appreciate me doing the live stream and they're a big fan of my work. Well, I don't consider anybody a fan. I consider everybody a supporter because we are on this journey together. This is a family. This is a community, and we build each other up. You got something that's going on in your life, you DM me, you tweet me, whatever the deal is. If I see it, I will reach out to you. If you hit me up on Instagram, I respond to every single DM that I get. I try to get to as many Facebook messages. I think I get to all of them that I can. It may not happen as often as I'd like, or I should say in the time that I'd like, but damn it, I get to it. NA puts 5 on it. Says SpongeBob voice, he's a running back. He can't throw. He ain't Flacco. He's too young. But guess what? He out here getting W's, throwing for 5 touchdowns and and scoring over 40 points. I think the 4th time on the season. But every single person who's in the chat room, I appreciate you guys. Colts Nation. And last week, Colts Nation, it was your birthday. I believe it was on the Thursday night game. So I hope you did find a way to enjoy your birthday. See, I remember. Net Strike, I appreciate you. Blade Brown, thank you for tuning in. Bass, thank you for tuning in. And everybody on Hot Mic as well. This has been your 2019 NFL Monday Night Football game highlight commentary live in Hold My Nugget Studios, also live on the Hot Mic app. I have been your host, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. You guys enjoy the rest of what you're remaining on Monday. There's only about 40 minutes left in there, and I just wanted to give a personal shout out to Miss Janice and her daughter Monica. I truly do appreciate and love the both of you guys for all the support that you've shown me over the years, and early birthday shout outs to Monica turning 25. So and I love you. You know how I feel about you. But thank every single person for tuning in to the stream. Have yourselves a good night. I am headed back to the Shadow Realm and signing off. Thanks for tuning in.